Microphone check, 1, 2, what is this?
No Joe Budden. No Warrior Ma.
This Parks.
What's happening?
This Parks.
What's happening?
Microphone check, 1, 2, what is this? The JBP boys back to business. Welcome to episode... Nigga, put bass in your voice. Thank you, talk up, nigga. Welcome to episode 348 of the Joe Budden Podcast. I'm your humble, gracious, grateful, and highly favored host, Joe Budden, here with a few of my nearest and dearest. To the right of me is Maul. Across from here is Parks. Rory is to my left. Erickson is here. Savon is here. Alex the Great is here. Rim is here. And Yamin, we all here. How is everyone feeling?
Good.
Clear.
Good,
Really
man. Good weather.
Yeah,
Great
focused.
weather we having.
Yeah.
All right, you know what? I'm done.
I'm on this earth this week.
5 years of that from you guys.
back? Yeah,
No,
back.
Enough.
No journey
Y'all back from
today.
y'all
Yeah,
trip?
no journey. Yeah, we're back.
All right, I'm done with how you're doing because you guys are always good. What's new in your life? Hey, jazzing up on it.
Not much
Hey,
new in
hey, what's
quarantine.
new in your life? In your life, not quarantine. Your life is not solely
It's hard
subjected
to
to
have
this.
new shit right now, though.
New thoughts, new concerns, new
Try new things in the
new
crib.
plans, new hobbies, new things we've learned about ourselves, new things we want to experience when we get the fuck out of here.
Oh,
Just
man.
what's new?
Yes.
What's new? Enough. Let's change it up.
I've been leaving the house. That's kind of nice. Going to the studio. It's nice
Okay.
to see
Safely.
Getting,
people, even though it's not many people, but Steinway's a little bit lit.
I'm sure.
Yeah, I figured that was going to
Yeah,
be.
it's little pockets around the city that been.
Fam, all the
It's
side
been
streets,
kinda-
Broadway, 30th Ave, them
Yeah.
shits is New Orleans right now.
Yeah, Uptown Dykeman was crazy last night.
I bet.
I mean,
by the marina,
doesn't-
that shit
doesn't
was
shock
crazy.
me.
Well, why were you there?
No, they was posting online. I wasn't there. You know, I wasn't at that shit. Hell no.
The streets hit me this weekend and asked if Maul was in Houston. And I said, I don't know where Maul is other than Tuesdays and Fridays.
If I was in Houston,
Streets asked me. I just replied. I said, I'm not sure.
no,
sure
I
they
know
say
it-
Houston?
I guess some of your people.
Houston, maybe.
No,
Yeah,
no,
Houston,
no, no,
could've
no.
been Houston.
Houston, Texas.
Oh no.
All the girls I want to have a threesome with are in Houston.
Let's go.
When do you want to leave?
Now, right now.
No, my bum ass called, did some checking, did some investigating a few weeks
No,
ago.
they out in Houston.
See what the hotel situation was.
Yeah, that's the only
That's
thing.
what
Not-
it
not
is.
ideal.
That's the only thing.
It's
A
not
lot
ideal.
of the nicer hotels are closed.
You want to get the jazzy one.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
come on.
yeah.
What's good, man?
Ambiance.
24-hour room service. Come on, get the phone.
Yeah.
Grab the phone.
Yeah.
Go order yourself
Because
something
the
nice.
Airbnb can backfire. You know how they decorated their Airbnb. It may not be threesome,
Yeah.
attire on their walls.
You gotta make sure the good hotels are open.
I don't want to look at someone's family.
Yeah. Nah. Good
I
hotels.
wouldn't
Once
be
the good
doing that
hotels
Airbnb.
open, we good.
Yeah, we back.
Yeah, we back.
I wonder if people ever do think about the nasty shit that happens in their crib during Airbnb.
They must. I feel like most people
Like, I don't know if the
own-
cleaning fee always gets it done.
I
Is
feel like
all I'm
most
saying.
people that own Airbnbs don't live there. They buy them for Airbnb purposes at this point.
Maul, we step our black underprivileged ass out of this conversation. let them
They buy cribs just for
Yeah,
rent it out.
you know.
It's my rent. It's my rental
say
property.
wait.
Yo, I'm gonna be,
You two don't do that.
I'm by the scorer's table.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Be right over here, man. Throwing baby powder in the air.
Yeah.
I got my antibody test.
Oh, yeah?
Did you have it?
How'd you do? What was your grade?
I failed.
Oh, you found
The doctor came in, and I don't want to. This is not.
Yes, it
Here
is.
to-
You're bragging. You're showing off.
No, no,
you're
no, no, no,
gloating.
no, no. This
It's
is-
the
I'm
weird,
trying
the
to be-
weirdest flex ever. But
Trying to be
get it off.
informative.
Nigga
not
want to tell
trying
us about the
discourage.
inside of his body.
You're inquiring.
Go ahead, give it to us.
Nasty. Maul says open sesame, and I'm the one talking about open
I didn't
sesame.
say
Yeah,
it.
but then you really opened.
like your veins.
Wait,
His is just for like design, something Preston wanted to do on the shirt.
Yeah, that's all.
You like opening up for him.
yeah, I'm trying to make sure the country is safe.
Take us to the next level,
Yeah.
man. Rogan who? Come
That's
on.
all. Well, yeah, I did the blood test. The doctor came in after they drew my blood, and I said, all right, so what does this mean exactly? If it comes back positive, that means I've been exposed to corona, and I have the shit to fight it if I come across to it. He's like, not really. I said, all right, so negative, that means I haven't been exposed to it, and I don't have the antibodies. He said, no, not really. This kind of doesn't really mean anything but data.
Oh.
I said, gee, thanks, doc.
So they're just,
Wish I would have known that prior to me giving you my blood.
they're just data mining our blood.
He said it's at this point, people should get it
Oh, so it's like clear at the airport.
exactly. Except instead of your eyes, it's your
Yeah.
actual blood.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, they're
Yo,
making
Rory's got a
us.
chip in him.
They're making
That's
us.
a fact.
They got Rory.
He's a robot now.
You're one of them.
I was talking with Sam because
You've been exposed.
Baisley has a chip in her, and I thought that was the scariest thing ever. She's like, no, it's totally normal. I said, well, we don't even have access to the chip and what it does. Like, if the puppy gets lost, okay, but I don't have access to that. Why don't I have access to the chip inside the dog?
You don't have. They didn't give you the app.
No.
I'm on your side of that argument in my belief system, but anytime that my dog ran away from home, I said, fuck.
I wish I had the
He
chip.
had a chip.
I had the chip.
Harlem always
Cool.
came right back though.
But here's the thing. I don't know who to call about the chip.
No,
Don't do
Harlem
that,
used to
Paul.
go on a little adventure, man.
He can come right back whenever he was done
I'm
adventuring.
right back.
I'm glad that we have finally told our podcast audience why me and Maul living together just never panned out.
What?
Because the dog would be gone. And I was like, I'll be back.
By the way, I'm laughing at the fact that you thought it was going to pan out.
I mean,
Maul,
what?
Brooklyn and Harlem used to go to the main.
Brooklyn was more of a problem. He was the problem. Harlem, though, if he ran away, you know he was coming back.
No, we see Harlem by the bridge one time. We didn't even know he was gone. We was coming to
Look at
Steinway.
Maul. Look,
Harlem always came back though.
Yeah, Maul is crazy.
Yeah.
What a-
But the
Brooklyn
things that
was
could
the
happen.
problem. Brooklyn was the problem.
While Harlem was gone.
the amount
found
of
a way
times I
out.
picked my dog up from the precinct
Yeah.
like he was a criminal. Come on, what's important in the world? Wait, Rory has a chip in him. Rory took the antibody
I did.
test.
I
It means nothing.
Started practicing yoga and meditation. That's new in my life.
Aw,
I saw that coming in your future.
Appreciate it.
you got a yoga beard right now. I see it.
Oh, you don't even want to. I didn't want to subject the streets to my hair, so I put a hat on.
But it looks fine, Rory.
You know,
It only
it's a
maybe
distraction.
doesn't look fine in the circles that you want to hang out in, which is
What are the circles I want to hang out in?
the rap circles.
I definitely have the haircut.
No, you don't have your edge up
Yeah.
properly done, but
my hair now definitely looks like I might take your publishing.
Yeah, that is take your publishing hair you got right now.
Yeah, for sure.
and who thinks Rory was going to do the right thing with their publishing? Wait, does somebody
Take it
think
off
that?
Instagram.
Oh, who thinks that? Mo, you trust Rory with your pub? Well, let me not ask y'all. Yeah, I'm running from this one.
Because we don't want to get into what you're doing with the pub.
Only fighting for all podcasters' rights.
And tricking.
Oh my God.
Well, and that too.
Yeah.
A little bit of
Balance,
tricking ain't never hurt
balance in
somebody.
life. Balance
I
in
tried
life,
to
man.
call somebody to get a little nasty trick off tonight, but somebody was hating.
Okay, get your shit off.
Listen, man, I'm here to
Have
party.
you
What
done
we
more
doing?
for OnlyFans or podcasting? What do you think?
Huh?
Have you done more for OnlyFans or podcasting?
Podcasting.
But it's close at least, you think?
Podcast. I'm subscribed from them bitches.
Damn.
You don't subscribe?
Few of them caught me slipping where you forgot. Just so, hey, no.
40 left the account.
No.
Not another month.
Send that 30 back, buddy. Not another month of this buffoonery.
For your Instagram.
Yeah, no. I'm off of
I
that.
have to laugh at the dudes that make the videos like Yelp OnlyFans.
Oh, no,
and
those
just
are great.
break down everything. Like, nah, you paying $40 for the same shit you get on Instagram.
Yeah.
I am yet to subscribe.
This is
to
not the
any
podcast
OnlyFans.
for it, but one of them other podcasts really need to talk about the stuff Safari is putting on OnlyFans.
That's your guy.
That's the 40 that came out of your account. Yo, Safari, send that back.
Like, yo,
Not
I ain't
getting
even,
the content I
I ain't
want.
even mean to hit subscribe,
Yo,
man.
SB.
Like, I was scrolling. You know what I mean? I
Yo,
hit
that was
subscribe.
me.
Accidental like.
That's nasty. That's disgusting.
Yo, a nigga sending Safari is $40. I ain't gonna lie though, man. The subscription, the model, like it's a lot of people laughing at OnlyFans, and we're not starting with OnlyFans. But the business model is one that people should be paying attention to.
It's,
a fact.
it's like,
Oh, no,
it's like
absolutely.
Patreon to some degree. Like it's
Absolutely.
Just kinkier.
Yeah.
All of those, anything subscription based, you're winning. Like a lot of the rappers wish they had some subscription shit.
How long
And
bef-
that's where it's funny being a rapper because some of you niggas need to do an OnlyFans, but you a rapper, so
Yeah.
you can't.
Yeah.
It's tricky.
Or Patreon, at least.
Yeah, rappers have to be slaves to the look of things.
Yeah, it's fine.
I feel like that cool shit is kind of done with rappers. I feel like the new rappers can kind of do what they
We're
want.
getting closer and closer.
Like it doesn't matter.
We're getting closer and closer.
How long
A
before
lot
y'all?
of people, a lot of
No,
people
no,
will call
this-
it like, wow, he's hustling with his OnlyFans.
Right.
It is hustling, though.
Well,
And it's
that's
not a bad. It's not a bad hustle.
No, not at all.
It's not a bad hustle.
No, there's segregation in hip hop. And
sure.
that segregation is
sure.
the people that anything can happen. You don't care. And the people that are still like upholding
Yeah. I think
the rules and morale and all that.
I think the
bullshit.
former is definitely a larger audience now than it's ever been.
Like, I'm not ever going. I'm done. I don't talk about Duke, but it's still a whole bunch of people talking about Duke.
Of course.
Still 20,000 comments under there.
Maybe more. Probably more.
See, that's why we need Meech to come on, restore balance.
How long before y'all think Instagram has the payment option on live videos? Because it's coming.
It's a good question. I mean, they're doing it on Facebook. So
All white people try to do it.
I mean, I couldn't see what the
shit.
incentive would be for anyone to do that because IG's going to take a cut. Let me just put my Cash App there instead.
Why they do it on Apple and iTunes and don't give a fuck about the cut they take over there.
Yeah.
It's
I could
coming
just
out.
but I could just put this shit in my comment.
Wait. Actually, the more you say that out loud, the funnier it is. Artists exist for people to just take cuts of shit from.
Word.
From the live, I'm saying. On live,
a lot of people too.
That's all an artist is. Hey, how many different people are taking cuts of you?
of course, but I'm saying on live, you can easily just put your Cash App in the pinned comment until they take that away and get your donations. that way.
Rappers, I am never donating to you fucking mutt buckets.
I don't think any
I
rapper's
will
going
not,
on live.
nigga.
and was
I don't even
Joe's
send
gonna
y'all
give
hearts.
it up. How do you even do that?
I don't know. I appreciate when they done to me, but I ain't giving you niggas double hearts.
Yeah.
That's when you know you're talking that shit when all the hearts come up.
Yeah. I don't do that. Come on, you guys. There are versus battles to be discussed.
Which one y'all want to start with?
There's one to be discussed.
Yeah, there's a versus to be.
And let me just tell you guys. Let me
There's one to be discussed and one to
Let me
kind of
start
gloss
this
over.
with, and that's why, are people doing this on purpose? I'm not answering this. Oh, that was my kid. I'll answer that. Oh, this nigga gonna call twice. Nigga, get out of here. All right, here we go. And that's why God has the best sense of humor, right? Because the way that we plan on things going and the way things actually go are never the same. So I'll start with my very stupid human take of what my plans were.
Okay.
My plans were to not watch
Bounty Killer and Beenie Man.
Bounty Killer and Beenie Man. I wasn't gonna watch it because stupid me didn't want to fucking feel the vibes alone and get horny alone. Because that music makes me horny alone. Like,
I didn't know that that's what it does to you.
nigga,
But okay.
I mean, at least you know yourself.
I will
Yeah.
press up against the girl when that stuff comes on.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's what
you was pressed up against
That's
the
what
counter.
I'm saying. Yeah, against the island. Talking about, you're none of them.
You're none of them.
Yo, what is this? Get this bullshit
You're
out of here.
none of them.
So I wasn't going to watch this. I was going to skip this because I didn't need all the verses, right? I was going to sit this one out Saturday night, chill, and then Monday, holiday, Memorial Day, double back, R&B head that I am, and totally listen to Jagged Edge versus 112, something we've seen Beyonce's internet fight about for the last 20 years.
Right.
And that was the plan. Somehow, Saturday night, I took a nap and woke up right in time for these two icons. And that was the best night of my life.
Big facts.
Yo,
Big facts.
Yeah.
nah, we got to do a carnival right now.
I told you.
Yeah.
I told you what that was gonna be.
Nah, grab your carnival outfit. For what we doing, man?
I told
Maul
you.
What
that was
tribe
crazy.
we repping?
Maul definitely got feathers in the crib.
Yeah, for sure. I got a carnival.
Yeah,
for sure.
open sesame.
Yeah. I got carnival attire for sure. Yeah.
Yo, that was amazing.
Yeah, it was really good.
That was wow. Like, where do you want to start? That's how wow it was.
Let's start.
And I don't have 40 minutes to verses. We have a pod to do.
No, that's fine. That's fine. We can start with them being together because obviously the cases
Wow.
in Jamaica are not as crazy as they are up here, and they could be together.
Right.
But that's what changed the whole thing for me. Once I saw it said go to Versus TV for it, and I saw the two DJ setups,
Yep.
and I said, oh, this is going to be much different.
Yeah.
The sound is going to be amazing. These two
Flawless.
together are going to be amazing. The mic sounded perfect. The music
that shit in
sounded
the
perfect.
bigs.
They performed as those two perform all the time. They literally were rapping everything perfect. I couldn't think of a better performance that this could ever be set up on Instagram.
Yeah.
But this is
Period.
what they do though. This is what,
Yeah.
the people in the Caribbean.
Regular
This is
day
a
for
clash.
them.
Yeah, this is a clash. They've done
They
this
had
before.
on the same suit,
Yeah,
Split up though.
top
Yeah.
and bottom.
No.
Fam.
They bought it together. One wore the pants, one wore the blazer.
That's fly.
Once I saw that,
unity right
I
there.
said,
Yeah.
uh-oh.
Yeah.
Streets ain't ready for this. And then, like, so many different things to just observe during this shit. The fact that these two were together, like Rory said.
It's a big thing for a lot of things. Them being together and those two being friends after everything that happened is insane.
Yeah.
Well, that was the big thing my whole life, is that these two niggas hated each other.
Many deaths behind these two.
Yeah, now I don't know all the details involved in that.
Nor do we need to think about them.
I just knew, all right, these two niggas hate each other. And I wasn't sure how a Verzuz would look with two people in the same spot. Great. I'll be honest with you.
it's a much better.
But the
experience.
Wi-Fi was great. The microphones are way better than ours in America. The energy was amazing. Their lungs are better than ours.
Facts.
Like,
Because they perform for
they
real.
freestyle better than us.
Word.
Yeah,
They did like
That's
4
a fact.
songs just freestyling.
That might have been my favorite part. When I
Yeah.
looked up and I said, "Hey, what song is this?" And then somebody else said, "No, that ain't no song."
Yeah, nah, freestyle.
This is new shit right
They just
here.
went in.
They,
Yeah.
they just doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they do.
They were passing it back and forth. The cops came.
And they say, yo, 500,000 people, don't be that guy.
Yeah.
It's a real clash. That was a real clash. We
And
witnessed.
because they're just so used to not stopping. Like, I feel like in America, DJ sets, there's so much stopping, there's so much talking. Like, they literally never stop.
I know they could have did this for
yeah.
12 hours.
When we
I wish
spoke
they
about it
would've,
before,
kinda.
I was like, I think they're going to do 100 records. I
Yeah.
don't think they'll just do 20, but they did
Yeah.
end up doing 20.
Yeah,
But that shit could have kept going.
it
For
was just
much
it was just fun to see because going into it, a lot of people felt like the dance hall thing was going to be a little different. It's like, oh, well, what are we gonna?
I didn't know that
witness?
I didn't know that was exactly what we needed.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was the
Absolutely.
break that I needed.
That energy.
The Versus break.
Yeah. Because it didn't even feel like we was watching Versus.
wasn't
anymore.
Versus.
No,
Nah, it was a show.
It was a show. We watched the show, and
But
I had fun watching
now,
it.
granted, let's slow down, and this will bring us back to our conversation about 5 records being a lot.
Thank you, Screamo.
And Alex, you good?
Is that from Safari's OnlyFans?
No, you do that at your podcast, all right? You don't just get to implement your thinking here. Fuck. These two gentlemen now probably have 3,000 records.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Without question.
yeah.
Like,
And then the freestyle is nonstop. They can do that all night.
I'm telling you, I think y'all take for granted
No, I didn't.
people with the catalog to be able to do some of this stuff.
No, but I think that's what this is highlighting. This highlights, I think, people with extensive catalogs, and it is highlighting the fact that these artists they have a lot of records, and they have a lot of records that we may have forgotten about, and
Now.
a lot of big records as well.
Now, my brain is weird. I think some of you have been listening to this long. Oh, shout out to we don't even shout niggas out no more, man. Shout out to our Spotify listenership. Shout out to our YouTube viewership. Shout out to our first and last time listeners. Shout out to the essential workers. Shout out to the creatives. Shout out to the people that find themselves in a bit of a bind. This too shall pass. And now, where was I? All right, now, if you've been listening to this long enough, you know that my brain is a little weird, and sometimes I get from A to Z with no rhyme or reason. But it makes sense in my head. And in hindsight, now that these battles have passed, this probably was the worst battle to put before Jagged Edge and 112.
Yeah.
Now, let me tell you what I'm thinking. Part of the allure with this versus stuff is none of us mortal human beings can really say much about the people that are performing because they are the most accomplished. They are as accomplished as they come.
To be on this platform right now at its current moment, yes, you have to be a different type of artist with a different type of catalog.
20 records separates classes. And that's what
Yeah.
I was saying to y'all before about we have it written as a topic that we're going to get back to. Joe says that the versus shit is a ego check for certain artists. I don't think that's such a hot take.
No,
I
I don't think so at all.
artists live on fronts and facades and with fake male machismo and all this shit.
And highlights.
But you niggas know, highlight reels.
And
Highlight reels, exactly.
And a lot of artists live within just their fan base.
That too. Pretend though. Them niggas know. Like y'all niggas be knowing. Like fucking
You see 200 comments on your IG about how amazing you are, but that's not exactly how the rest of the world feels or knows anything that you put out.
Right.
And it's great. You're still making your money. I don't want to. This isn't a case of shitting on them. But when it comes to this platform,
all of the people that have performed thus far, in my opinion, are very different, and that difference is on full display. Lil Jon and T-Pain. Lil Jon, it don't take long to see that he's very different. If you watch T-Pain, T-Pain has a house that's just garages for cars, and they built transformers and stuff in there. All that weird shit that niggas with money be doing. T-Pain does
Just
that.
run out of shit
If
to
you
do.
just watch T-Pain in his spare time, he has one of those driver video games with like a movie screen, and he's just a weirdo. But he's rich.
Right.
So what I'm saying is, he's
become a
made it.
weirdo.
He do what the fuck you want to do. Neo and Jonte, look at those guys put on a fucking show of beautiful skin. Like, nigga, skins is good. Ludacris, Nelly, just all of these people. Now, fast forward a little bit. 112 Jagged Edge. Just as I had feared before this shit happened, I don't know if all these niggas is fly. That's a big deal for me.
I mean that they fuck with each other, they cool with each other, or
Yeah.
I knew 112 wasn't fly because I pay attention to 112. I bought their last 2 albums. No, the new ones.
yeah, I know.
They've been doing interviews. They've been fighting over the name and the trademark. Everybody doesn't know that, but I do. So when they announced this, I said, it's not quite the same.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah,
If y'all are not going to be celebrated, because I do believe this is a celebration of sorts.
absolutely.
If y'all are beefing amongst each other, how can I fully come to the table and celebrate y'all?
Right.
Jagged Edge look mad at each other.
Think so?
I think that Jagged Edge is cool, so they're gonna always look cool. And when you look cool, you run the risk of maybe looking mad to somebody.
I think they was just high, chilling.
No, I think they were uninterested in. I
I
don't
don't
want to
want
say
to
mad,
battle
but
two of these dudes.
they had no.
It's 2 of you.
The energy from both sides showed that they wasn't really into this.
Yeah, but what also showed to me, and listen, 112 is my guys. Jagged Edge is my guys. Like, these are my guys. And let me preface this again. I'm not the authority on anything. You know, the
Right.
people just chime into the pie. He thinks he's authority. I don't know shit. But this, to me, what was on display here wasn't the greatness and the place in our hearts that we all hold 112 and Jagged Edge. I watched 112. They all weren't there. The other 2 members put out a press release saying, hey, we're not going to
Yeah,
be
they let everybody
present.
know they wouldn't be there.
Yeah, and that they're in the middle of a legal dispute right now.
Yeah, it just didn't. This one didn't hit the same.
I thought it was
And
canceled.
that's outside
I'll be
of
honest
the
with you.
that's outside of the audio issues.
Yeah.
That's outside of 112 not playing Dance With Me. Or did they play Dance With Me?
They did.
There's
I thought
one of
so.
them. They didn't play fucking Sweet Love.
I cut it off, so I can't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
say.
I don't even know the record.
You
they
should
played.
cut it off. They don't play Sweet Love. That's the other thing, man. I hate some of you artists that don't know your
Oh
catalog.
yeah! Wow, they didn't. That's nuts.
And they played the Mobb Deep
That's-
record.
But we knew they would play.
I
that.
saw all the ads after that.
I didn't
Oh,
know that you would play that and not play Sweet Love.
Sweet Love is like to the later rounds too. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Let
should
alone
be
not-
at the end.
yeah, let alone not playing it. Like, it should be in the later rounds.
Let me
That's
look
nuts.
Jagged Edge over here. See, Jagged Edge, they wasn't gonna not play Wednesday Lover, Promise. Let me see, Goodbye. See, they know their catalog.
Yeah, of course.
Gotta play the Nivea joint. Go ahead, Jagged Edge. That was a joint.
This could have been a great battle. Had these 2 groups, I feel, really were into doing this outside of what they felt about the other group, just within their own internal bullshit. And then, the obvious one. The sound was fucking hard. It was like unbearable.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I clicked in. I heard we're having audio issues. I'm gonna play you the new joint. I said, all right, I'm cool.
Yeah, you can't
Clock
play new
out.
music
Yeah.
at the verses.
I'm
We're not
good.
here for the new music.
I'm not here for the bad audio.
Well, what do you think?
the new songs.
Well, what do you gentlemen, Parks, you in particular, because you're audio man, what do y'all think about? Swiss and Tim said that they have equipment that they send out to every participant. Who uses it and who doesn't is a different thing. They've also said that if you do not use the equipment moving forward, you cannot participate.
There's no guarantee
Listen, all
that
right.
the equipment will give you good results. Is number one. Some of them have lag time. Some of them don't. I don't know about the particular rolling thing that they're using or whatever, but there's no guarantee that you're going to do it right. You still need someone to walk them through it. And if it doesn't work good, unplug it, find a sweet spot in the room with the phone, the monitors, the speakers at a right level. Because sometimes that's what's best, is no equipment at all. Just putting it in a good spot where you can hear it, where it's not distorting, and it'll be cool.
Right.
And then on top of it, it's not even necessarily an equipment thing. I think it's an Instagram thing. I really think that they need to find a new venue. I think Instagram throttles the audio, compresses it or whatever, and it fucks it up once you get more than one person on the screen.
I mean, I saw the report or headline, whatever it was, that Swizz and Tim have been turning down millions for this to go to another platform. So obviously there's something internal that they're trying to figure out that they think is best for this. So I think in the meantime, they're trying to keep the community. But you guys may need to make a move relatively soon because you're going to lose the community the more this happens.
Yeah.
And you're going to lose the community the more that you put these type of battles together, because then who you going to have battle on your new platform?
Well, that's just a question I'll just ask y'all in a broader sense. How long, and I'm asking each of you, how long do you need to actually act upon proof of concept?
It depends on what you're producing.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
something like this, because if you move to a platform where now they give you however millions of dollars, it's gonna come down to like, okay, which artists are you gonna have like do this now, because you're using so many big names on this Instagram platform. After this, it's like, okay, so now you want to try to get Beyonce to do this. She's not gonna do that,
I mean, there's
obviously.
plenty of artists
I think access changes
There's
things
plenty
a
of
bit,
artists that
Joe.
what?
that could do this. I mean, yeah, we've seen a lot of big name artists, but there's enough artists that you could continue
sure.
to do this for.
Just with a lesser audience with their catalogs,
Yeah.
which is fine. But I think access means a lot to starting a platform and proof of concept. Because if someone out of nowhere just started this, had to build it up, like, all right, maybe eventually one day they'll get the bigger people, someone's not going to invest the same they would to a Swizz and Tim, who have proven they can get the best of the best and probably will continue to do so. So I understand them holding out to find the right place. But as everyone in this room is probably the main consumer and is still kind of over this shit. Like, we all would sit through this because, one, we love R&B, we love battle shit, we're Instagram users, we have a podcast where we have to talk about it, we love to debate music, and even we're sitting here like, I'm not sitting through this, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
On a holiday. I'm just not doing it.
At the very least,
So
they
how much more time are you going to give this before the audio sounds good?
They need to seriously invest in a team that is experts with.
Yes, I can.
Swiss, this is Joe Budden from the
Oh,
Joe
what the
Budden
fuck?
podcast. How you
That sounded
feel?
like
How you
Swiss.
feeling, my guy?
Shit, I'm still recovering from Jamaica.
Oh my god! See, and that right there is the problem. You just totally skipped that 112 Jagged Edge shit. All of us are still recovering from Jamaica.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
That was amazing, man. That was everything that this shit is supposed to be about, and I want to thank you for it. Now, on the flip side of that, I listen. We're live on air, so I'm gonna ask you the tough question, man. When are we getting this shit the fuck off of Instagram?
That's the question.
You see they sending out now the shit, where it's like, all right, you're playing music that you don't own, we're gonna shut you down.
One day at a time. You know what I'm saying? One day at a time. You know, because at the end of the day, nobody was feeling like that with the reggae joint. You know what I'm saying? So it fluctuates. One day, people are cool with us keeping it on Instagram, and another day, people are feeling like, when are you getting that the fuck off of Instagram? You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, we got to make the best decisions because the people like what they like, although there's certain things that they don't like, but you know, people like what they like. So, you know, we got to follow what the zone is, and we got to make the best decision if we was to take it off. That's not like a overnight decision as people think it is.
I think you could have it both ways, though. I think you could multicast. You could do it somewhere else, but still have it going to Instagram at the same time.
Nah, that don't work. Instagram don't support third parties. That's why I like, if you go through your Twitch into Instagram, the quality is horrible. And so you can go as a DJ as one screen, but what you can't do is two screens. Notice that you had all of the glitches and problems when there's two people on the screens.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Now add some music to that. Now you're in big trouble. You see what I'm saying? So they didn't open up open up. There's a way that they can do it, but they just chose not to allow third parties to be integrated. So that's a hard part.
All right. Well, this is all I will say on that. Some of us get conflicted, right? Because we want to support. And let me start with, I think that you are about to start the revolution. I hope that I stick around to see it. But I do think that the conversations that are about to come about from this simple shit right here, like you doing something on the love and passion of the music and then Instagram/Facebook attempting to monopolize it, is something that we should have talked about for a long time ago. Us not owning our own music to be able to do with it whatever we like, those are conversations that should have been taking place a long time ago. Me and you have spoken privately, so you know how I give it up on this topic. You don't have to say too much about it here, but just know
Facts.
we support that.
Facts.
And that's,
Appreciate that.
That's all I got. Other than that, you guys got anything for this guy?
No, I mean, what do you think the ideal situation, obviously not name or brand we're talking about, the ideal situation for Verzuz?
Just like when Instagram started, it was messing up, it was crashing. You have to go through these different obstacles to get it right. One thing that I do like is that we built a now worldwide brand without, with some of the best technology that's in that particular space. You understand? So to go out and build what we've been on is hundreds of millions of dollars, right? And Verzuz is still 100% African American owned at the end of the day, right? And so in order for us to make bigger changes, do bigger things, we had to get it to the level of where it's getting to now, right? Because before it was just some hype and people had numbers counted on the days and things like that. You got to have a real proof of concept. Now we got all of the analytics. We got, even with this past week with what we did, that was almost, 2 billion impressions. So now we have a real proof of concept in what we have. And me and Tim got to stay business on it and can't get caught up into the hype, because say like the Jamaican battle, like the phones is crazy with all type of opportunities.
Right.
But the type of opportunities we looking for is a type of opportunity that we don't need to look for nothing else, period. Like when Beats went to like Apple at that time, you know what I'm saying? Like they didn't have to do no more moves.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And so our thing is be patient, keep giving them giving the people what they want. Are we going to have some issues? Yeah. Do people listen all the time? Nah. You know what I'm saying? Like we send out the kit. There's 4 sound checks that happened before, but for some reason, when it becomes time to be showtime, people start like doing different things. And that's what the results we get when people do that. You understand? So now we making it mandatory that you got to use the kits.
Swiss, who did you have winning the 112 battle?
I had Atlanta winning first. I had Atlanta and the culture and the people winning first, and then I had I think it was by 2 points 112.
Got it.
By 2 points, and I feel like a lot of that had to do also with Jagged Edge sound too. That probably had me feeling like that. So that's what people got to understand. Your sound gonna sway your vote. So you got to take your sound serious. And the guys in the group, they didn't have nothing to do with their sound. They showing up and doing what they need to do. You understand? But at the end of the day, it's a real show. And if you look at Jamaica, they took that thing serious.
But that's what they do. That class shit is what they do. This is not new to them at all.
They went crazy.
Jamaicans' sound systems are legendary.
Yeah. I think I need another one of them, Swiss. I need another Jamaican joint.
Oh yeah, we got that. That cracked it open for what we wanted to do globally. We wanted to ease into representing different sides of the culture. And so I was like, me and Tim was like, Memorial Days are great. Like they don't have what they used to have. Like the Caribbean don't have the vibe that they used to going out and celebrating. So we could bring that in at this time right here. And so the energy was just on 2 trillion, and
that's crazy.
The showmanship, they bought extra generator. They bought an extra, thing for their own server for their Wi-Fi. because I can't lie. Like I was worried about the wildfire
and they
coming
got
from
rid of,
Jamaica.
and they got rid of the cops in one sentence. One
That's a
sentence.
fact.
You really want to be
And-
that guy?
You really want to be that
500,000 people.
man?
Listen, no, that was crazy. That one was one for the books, man. Thank you. We look forward to the next one. I didn't mean to disturb you. Hope you're not too busy over there. But
No, I'm just waking up. I had to big early 5 o'clock in the morning homeschool daddy school zone, so I took a nap. So I'm back up for action.
And can I just say while I got you here, because we was just talking about the shit that the millionaire niggas do that's weird. Y'all know Swiss got that big ass museum shit like in his living room, right?
Yeah.
That's such a flex.
That's fly.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's crazy.
that's what he do.
He goes, this nigga just skates around. I can't believe nobody has said anything about this. Swiss, we love you, King.
All right, blessing. I appreciate the support, guy.
You know, bro.
Swiss.
All right.
Mike, 1 2 1 2 1 2. We back. We bike. Huh? Keeping the energy alive out there. Brand new segment for the streets.
Okay, clear
You
that.
okay over there?
Clear that.
Had to clear that out.
Yeah, clear that.
Brand new segment for the streets. Let me hit a gunshot, man. Been a while since we added a segment. Here it is. This new segment is Cape Town. It's Cape time. It's Cape. One of us.
No. Cape Town is funny.
One of us.
Cape Town is funny.
One of the members of this podcast will dig in their closet of capes and have to cape for someone, unbeknownst to them. Now, unfortunately for Rory,
Today is my day.
there's two people here that he's kind of going to have to go to
Yeah.
Cape Town for.
I have an affection for both of these.
One, we start with, you guessed it, 5-star General Rory used to hold this man down in Queens.
5-star general.
Come on,
Come
man.
on, you know my resume.
Nah, no, I see.
Don't do that,
I got
Mo.
it.
You
Nah, I
know
seen his
Rory was a
resume.
All right, how many stars? How many stars?
It was 5 then.
It was probably was 5.
That was 5 then.
Well, no,
He'll
I took
give
some
you a little
time.
3.5 star. Little 3.5
good.
star Rory.
I'm good.
Listen, Rory,
That's passing.
DMX.
You can walk down the boulevard.
DMX did an interview with Fat Man Scoop over Insta Live.
Who looks
if
like-
I never say Insta Live again, I'll be happy.
It's cool.
Word.
And Fat Man Scoop looks funny in this Insta Live.
He
but whatever.
looks like a fat Lenny S with neon, like a fat Lenny S jogging.
Well, don't do that because Lenny S might not know he looks funny too.
I know it. That's not what I was saying. That's what you said.
That's what we said.
Look at how you flip shit. That was a good flip, though.
Yo, you know what's fucked up now? I gotta stop my little back and forth shit I be doing with Lenny now. Now I have to stop.
Please stop it.
No, I'm done. I'm here.
We've been asking you to stop.
I'm here.
Yeah,
I'm
we've
here.
been asking
No,
you to
I'm
stop.
here now. I'm here. I am professing to our audience, Joe is done being petty with Lenny S. I'm done.
I'm glad.
Lenny is family,
Thank you.
man. That's the family. That's
And
family.
he's a really good dude. I'm glad you're stopping with this.
I hate y'all.
What he is?
Because you
That's
gotta
family.
like all family. You got family you don't like.
But Lenny don't be doing
I got
nothing. though.
brothers
Like-
I ain't spoke to in fucking.
No, that's a fact. But I'm just saying, Lenny don't be fucking with no. He don't bother nobody.
He be chilling.
Lenny cool.
Yeah, no, I'm done now.
Good,
I've seen
good.
Lenny leave like love under too many people's comments.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you really rolling with this love thing? Huh? All right, if you're really gonna do it.
God forbid he likes these people.
See, that's the problem. When niggas really roll with love, it corners you with your hate.
Yeah.
'Cause then it's
Now you like you can't really hate. Now you really hate. Yeah, exactly.
hating.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah. Like he loves people.
Yeah. Khaled was really good
I
at that.
can't keep hating on
Yeah,
that. No, they've done that. They've figured out how to fucking weaponize love.
To appreciate everyone.
Absolutely.
I love you, Lenny S.
I'm glad you're
There
done,
you go.
man.
No, it does. Relax.
really happy
It ain't
you
like
are.
that.
All right, there you go. Just say it.
Come on, give
Put it out there.
me a cool Kodak photo.
Plenty.
Come on, give me one, buddy. I've earned it. I can't get a Rockefeller
Let's
tank.
get
Might as well get a Kodak
yeah,
photo.
let's get Joe on the gold couch.
You will never see Joe on the gold couch.
Well,
by
because
the
of COVID.
way. No, there's too many nasty butts been on it. Rappers
Starting
got
to turn green.
nasty butts want a photo op and step and repeat somewhere. Nigga, wash your ass.
There's a lot of rappers that don't shower. You
They
are
are
correct.
nasty. So I'm giving them the grimy look.
Yeah.
All right, come on. Rory, Fat Man Scoop, DMX, they did an interview. Somehow they end up talking about Lloyd Banks. Fat Man Scoop was singing his praises. DMX didn't sound as convinced.
No, I'll tell you. They were talking about real lyrical MCs. He brought up a lot of
Look at Rory
legends.
being the stonographer.
You said I had to Cape. I'm in Cape Town. I'm the capital.
All right, nah, get this shit off.
I'm the capital. You asked me to be here. I'm here.
We here now. Go ahead.
He was talking about some of the legendary MCs like KRS, Slick Rick, and then threw in Banks, and X felt away. X said, all right, whoa, relax. You say Lloyd Banks? And Fat Man Scoop said, well, I was just freestyling of the MCs that I know are real MCs. And then X said, all right, give me 5 Lloyd Banks bars right now. And Fat Man Scoop, like anyone else, just doesn't have bars sitting in the tuck like that.
Right.
Said, I don't have him right now, but I know he's a real MC. All right, give me 3. Scoop
But
said,
I do
no,
agree
I don't.
with.
Give me 1.
I do agree with DMX. If you don't have bars in the tuck for the person that you are arguing for, then you got to shut the fuck up.
You're losing an argument at that point. Yeah.
Well, here's why I say
Fair.
Fat Man Scoop. Yes, Fat
But
Man
it is
Scoop
hard to
shouldn't be the
remember
one.
everyone's
Oh yeah, no, that's true. That used to be my loaded argument against Kendrick. Name 4 bars. And I used
That's a
fucking
stupid-
told
that's a-
stories
that's a-
for 20 years.
Yeah, that's a
We don't have
stupid.
4 bars of the story.
Yeah.
We don't know what Shireen did next.
Or do we?
Rory, which side do you weigh in on in this? I'm conflicted, and I can argue both sides.
No, I'm on the Banks side. Banks is definitely a actual lyricist that should be in the lyricist category. I think X is just unaware, which is totally fine. I didn't expect X to be that versed in the real Lloyd Banks MC category anyways.
Oh, so you're saying DMX is out of touch with real shit? But you're
You're
saying
good
it in
today.
like
You're pretty good today. No, I just think X is unaware of Lloyd Banks because that wasn't his active era that he had to pay attention.
I mean, it kind of was.
No, it wasn't.
DMX was still putting out records in
His
2002, 2003.
His active era, we were aware of what was going on with X at that time.
when you say it twice, it doesn't change the meaning of it. He was active.
He was active.
He was
active.
active.
But I understand what Rory is.
Rory's saying
You know
it's peak.
exactly what I'm saying. Guys.
Rory's saying-
It's not
you're saying
like, come
it's-
on, we all speak the same language. You
You're-
know what I'm saying?
you're
When X
saying-
was really active, he was well aware of all the MCs that were around at that time. Banks was not. Him and Banks were not at their both active peaks at that time.
I just say that they weren't that far off.
Who did X say was a lyricist? Let's get to that.
Fat Man, I forgot who else he named, but it was Slick Rick, KRS-One. It was more that era, and then he threw in Banks. Banks felt weird in the sentence. I will say that.
Okay.
It just
Wait, and this goes, see, perfect circle back. And this goes perfectly with our earlier conversation about how the verses is an ego check for some acts. And how some acts just know what time it is, even if you don't always say. I agree with everything Rory just said. Banks is a killer. You already know how I feel about Banks. No need for me to say it. We've said it mad times in this podcast.
Right.
Right.
And he is a lyricist.
Definitely.
And I do feel like killers, and we've said this on our alien list, killers have to be acknowledged differently because they are killers. Killers can kill anybody, DMX included. Like, if Banks get on some shit one day, I don't doubt that he can kill whoever the fuck is standing in front of him.
Absolutely.
The end. Flip side of that, DMX is not supposed to acknowledge Lloyd Banks as a killer, a formidable opponent, or even a real rapper. Because like Rory says, DMX is in a bubble. He has worked and earned his way into that bubble. It don't matter how nice you are outside of that bubble. If you haven't done the necessary things to crack this bubble, I'm not even considering you as like, what are we really talking about here?
even in X's bubble, even when his competition was next to him, whether it be the Jays, Jaws, Meth, Redman, I still think he was in a bubble.
Yeah, I don't
Like
think.
when X said that, it didn't faze me. I was like, all right, yeah, X is just unaware.
Yeah,
That's
I
all.
don't think as an
Nah,
artist you could be.
I disagree with that. I
you
disagree
mean?
with that.
I don't think X really was paying attention to a bunch of other artists like that.
I heard the Hot 97 freestyle when DMX, Nori, Cannabis, and Big Pun were new acts. And it didn't sound like that there. Like, DMX in his rise was a hungry killer.
Right.
I disagree with that he was
So-
in his bubble on his rise.
You can also be the killer you're talking about, especially X, because we know his personality to some degree. he can still be in his bubble and be that killer because X's music and just his rhyme schemes and pockets he finds are nothing like anyone else's. That's someone that's in their bubble but still competing.
But that means something different once you've sold records.
How so?
Yeah.
You being a killer and whatever Rory just said on your rise, because I agree with him. I think X was a killer. And him having this unique style, just like Hove, just like M, just like Nelly, just like any of those people on that list that we're talking about now.
Yeah.
Their unique style was just them having a unique style. It wasn't until they sold all the records that they sold or started seeing some of the success. It's Jay-Z post the Annie record. That's when it's, it was us. We was stupid. We didn't get it. We didn't see it. Like, that's what I'm saying.
But
So X is still
just X's personality.
The way
is
X
still,
rap right now, when you mention him as a killer, he raps the same. His mind and his accomplishments have him seeing things way different. He won't look at Joe Budden. Excuse me?
Right.
Like when you hear him talk, he clearly says it. Oh, y'all want me to do the verses? Call up Jay-Z. Call up Snoop.
Yeah.
Like
He knows where
the
he
artists
belongs.
tell us,
Where they belong.
where they think they are.
yeah, and anything
which is
below
fine.
that, don't call me.
Well, this
like,
wasn't
not
a-
saying
this wasn't
Puff
a
said this
versus
about
thing, by the
JD,
way.
but
Yeah, no,
I
I
know,
get what you're
I
saying.
know,
All right,
I know. Just,
no one said Lloyd Banks versus DMX.
yeah, no, we know. But like some of these niggas, when you call them, they like, nah, don't pit me with them.
Yeah. LL said that when they was asking him. No, it's got to be someone of my
You
cloth.
can't
right?
bother
but
LL. Like, really think about this. I know we joke about Big Ellie.
Right.
Because we know who LL Cool J is.
LL,
We make that
LL
joke.
has hits in 3 different decades.
Absolutely.
And a little private secret I'll share with the listening audience. That little LL got it. That little sneaky song he snuck out there made me feel good inside. No, I don't really want to let you go. And let you go. Like that wasn't one of his records, but
It wasn't a bad record.
no,
At all.
No,
Also,
I
can
didn't think
still
so.
make good music.
Yeah. It wasn't a bad
Who
record.
can do the verses with LL Cool J?
That's a tough one.
Honestly,
That's a tough one.
give me
It
somebody.
is very tough.
That's when we get rid of all you niggas with your backpackers on and want to talk about all the rappers that y'all put top 5 that was out with LL. No, you ain't mentioning none of them. Shut up.
Yeah, no.
No, sorry Rakim.
to
Sorry
what-
Cool G Rap. Sorry Kane. Sorry KRS. Who else was out? All of them. LL was
Yeah.
that guy back then.
Yeah.
In this type of battle.
And
Right.
to what Park said, when you have a hit in every decade up until probably this one, it's tough to battle that person.
I don't really want to let you go. I never want to let you go. What's the name of that song?
I forgot.
I don't know.
Let me hold on. Sing it and I'll Shazam it.
All right, go ahead. I don't really want to let you go. I never want to let you go.
Shazam is not picking that
LL
up.
made a
It says
song
try
about.
again.
It's Shazam
Can't
said
find
try
anything.
again. Yeah.
Don't put your phone up to my face.
Now I was trying to catch the acoustics.
LL made a song about soggy cereal.
Yeah. And pink cookies in a plastic bag.
No, that was complete. You ain't really do the science.
No, I
That-
did the science.
No, that was deep.
Yeah. Once
That
I got
was
to
deep.
I was like, oh,
All right, come on, listen.
this is what he meant.
What do y'all want to get to next? A lot of depressing things going on in the world. I don't know if y'all want to get right to that. Cops copping.
Yeah, I mean,
Cops were copping.
Cops
again,
copping
man.
again.
Yeah. This,
I don't know if y'all want to get right to that.
I don't know. This is
For
this
me,
is-
I'm shocked. I just said to Maul off air, damn, how do you go from this to Azealia Banks, though?
I mean, that was a good segue. To
I
me.
really want to talk about Azealia
Just
Banks.
right there.
All right, come
Lloyd
on.
Banks,
That's
Azealia
just like-
Banks.
Come on.
Azealia-
Oh, yeah, wait,
they're
no,
related.
because Azealia Banks is in Rory's Cape Town. It's still Cape Town. Still
Yeah.
Cape Town.
Yeah.
All right, let's go with it.
You know you got it.
Let's do it. Okay.
Come on, Rory. You got a cape for Azealia Banks.
Yeah,
This
no,
is your
I-
fantasy bae.
Of course. I
She
can't.
did you the solid of not leaking your phone number along with Parks and myself.
She doesn't have my phone number.
She gave you side boob pics to your phone.
Sure, to everyone else's
Come
phone.
on, you
Was it
but
just
you
mine?
yeah, but you
No,
say you
sure.
no.
We got it from you.
No, you saved the image though. You hit the little you hit the little
Yeah, you double back. Yeah.
yeah, that shit is in your Dropbox.
Yo, y'all see this?
Hey, and then he felt so adamant about it, he got me to agree. Like, shit, all right. Well, all right. So
Nah,
she's
Kate-
doing
Kate-
all
Kate
of this.
LaGuardia.
Well, why? Let's tell a listening audience why we're even talking about Azealia Banks, because we don't. Me and Parks are traumatized, so we try not to talk about Azealia Banks here.
Okay.
But Azealia Banks is funny, man.
She is funny.
I'm sorry.
She is.
She is. She's
Azealia Banks is the one person that I just cannot bring
character.
myself to hate.
She's a
Of course
character.
not.
for sure.
Kid.
She's done she's done mad hateable shit.
For sure.
She sent mad texts to my phone about her thoughts about just shit that is not important. But yeah, she can be hated. But somehow she just comes back with a take, reels me back in.
Yeah, she's a character. She's definitely
She
a
is.
character for sure.
Looks like we all have our capes on.
Azealia Banks told all of us, and we're not the Chatty Patty podcast. Actually, let's pause for a minute, man. How do y'all think we've changed as a podcast?
How have we changed?
Maul is always so confused. Yes,
Max,
nigga. How have we?
I think we definitely more filtered for sure. Absolutely.
Oh, you took my answer.
No, we definitely 1,000%.
Well, the world has also changed where we have to be more filtered.
No, that's what I'm saying.
no.
Yeah, but we are
He
definitely
took my
more
cop
filtered.
out.
I'm stealing Parks' answer.
Took-
It's y'all. It's not us.
It's the world.
You forced this hand
the
upon
world,
us.
Yeah, the world has changed.
Yeah, because we'll come in here and give it up to
Yeah,
them.
if the world lets us.
If
yeah.
you would hear our pre-production meetings, this would be the best podcast on earth.
No, if we were bringing mad ad money to Spotify, I would still come in here and say "suck my dick." But it's the nuanced balance of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, we can't be too mean and not bring ad money.
Right,
It's
right.
like you're
Right.
just asking to get clipped.
Yeah.
Now, once Chevrolet is on board,
Letting it go.
oh my God. Erase it. You just gotta let one fly. You just gotta let one fly sometimes.
Felt good though, right? You gotta make sure you still got it.
Area.
Hey, just keep the room honest.
Yeah, you gotta make sure you still got it.
Come on,
Make sure you
Park.
still got it.
We still got it?
I think we're still here.
Oh, okay.
All right, we are here. And just as I suspected, Rory does not want to punch DMX.
You are correct.
Yeah, no.
And I don't think you should have suspected that.
So fine, we'll just give you Banks' response.
Banks said, so because I didn't come to the studio to work when he, Capital, reached out, I'm not that good crying emoji. Then someone said, dog is tweaking, but how you not going to turn down a legend, though? He said, I didn't. I had a flight to catch.
Okay.
So Banks is saying, oh, come on, son, you reached out to me.
Put X on
Now,
hold
now,
for
now I'm not good?
Put DMX on hold for JFK. I get it.
I mean, sometimes you got to catch a flight.
That's true.
Yeah, but X has a reason to be mad at that though.
Yeah,
I
but
can't see many people
But don't
not
start
giving-
telling niggas to name 4 bars of mine because you.
Yeah, because I didn't do a
Because you
verse
mad
with
at
you.
me.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
I agree.
All right.
All right, fine. Next up, Rory has to fight
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle.
Hold on, let me keep this cape tight.
Rory has to fight Dave Chappelle and Dave East, the Davids.
Those Daves.
Azealia Banks, Rory's fantasy bae,
That is true, very much.
says that she fucked Dave Chappelle. And I'm glad she told us that, because I be wanting to know who y'all be fucking.
Didn't you just say
I know.
didn't you just say you're not
I
the
know.
Chatty Patty
I know.
podcast?
Niggas be having some wild bodies under their belts.
I be wanting to
man.
know what y'all be doing in the streets.
Like, what was Dave? What was Dave doing?
And somehow this makes sense.
That Dave
How
smacked
is
was
it?
it?
All right, first of all,
Dave
no,
strikes
no,
me
no,
as
no.
a weird side bay kind of guy. Like, let me go beat Azealia down and go home tomorrow. Nobody believe this psycho bitch if she says anything.
That's what it is. He feel like ain't nobody gonna believe that. Ain't nobody jacking
No,
that.
we have to have that conversation that when you beat, you think in the back of your head, no one will believe that.
No one will ever
Yo,
believe
oh,
that.
I
They
love-
will never believe this.
That's my favorite bag.
Yeah, they would never
It's the
believe
chick with no credibility.
Yeah. They won't believe you. Whatever.
She just talks all the time. No one's gonna believe that I beat.
She's on another crazy rant.
Yeah, I had Joe so open. He was eating my ass. Yeah, I know.
Now,
I know he
good
was.
luck.
Yeah.
Good luck getting him to believe that.
Yeah, Rory. So, what's up? What you want to do, man?
Listen,
Azealia Banks.
Dave Chappelle turned
Dave
down.
Chappelle fucked your boo.
He turned down $100 million. I don't know. I could see him turning down Azealia.
I don't know.
Oh no.
Catch Dave on a freaky night.
That's true.
Yeah,
He might have been in his freaky bag.
I can see it.
I mean, all right, maybe I'm just trying to have Dave be my Eskimo brother.
Yo, I really enjoyed Jon Stewart when he was talking about Dave Chappelle turning down that $50 million.
At the Mark Twain shit, that was hilarious.
Oh shit! Actually, yo, Rogan has ruined my life.
Dave's versus the Joes.
Yo, there's not even a way to secretly talk about it anymore.
New
Say,
New
Mom, don't do
Joe
that. He ruined your life too, nigga. Yo, I'm saying the same thing Jon Stewart said. Oh, Spotify has that up.
They don't even let us have snacks.
Couldn't even take a vacation.
Yeah.
This nigga got 100 hymns.
Yeah.
Nigga, I just wanted a week off.
Yeah, nigga.
Yes.
Reality set in. Yeah.
And the only problem is Rogan didn't turn it down. It's not like we could get what Jon Stewart got when Dave turned it down.
You know, he took that shit. It wasn't like 100 million just became available.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah, no.
Yeah, at least the Daily Show got the Chappelle Show money.
Yo, Dave Chappelle fucking Azealia Banks was hilarious. Even if it never happened, it's hilarious.
It's just a hilarious story. He has to run with it. Even if he didn't, he has to run
I
with it.
want
Oh, no,
her.
this is material all day for him.
yeah.
This is the greatest shit ever.
I want her tell-all book now. I do.
She's a character for sure.
Rim, what you gonna do if Parks is in her tell-all book? Look, now you stuck. Now you quiet. I hear you laughing every other podcast.
What's
Now I
Parks,
don't hear that.
what's Parks gonna do when Rem is in it?
Touche. Well played.
Good point there, Rory.
Oh man.
So you don't have any thoughts on her thoughts on Dave East? No matter
No,
what I will say about that is I wish she should leave Dave alone while he's mourning. Dave has had a tough year. Dave has had a tough year. He just lost his nigga, lost Nip. Like, he's going through it. And here she come. Like, it's just, that be the thing about when people just decide
Bad
to say
timing.
shit about you.
Bad
It's the timing. You don't know what's going on in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, she is compared to what she said about Chappelle.
It wasn't that bad.
Like
And
Dave
Joe,
would- what'd she say about you?
that I'm coming out the closet in 2 years, or a year now.
Yeah, you got a year left.
Yeah.
Buddy.
I thought that was our plan to get the bag, though.
Yeah.
Thought that was your response to
What's
Rogan.
Rogan gonna do when you come out the closet?
Thought that was the Rogan reply.
Before I knew Rogan was coming. Not putting the Young Thug dress on now. Fuck
No,
y'all.
now it's the time to put the pumps on with
sorry,
it.
sorry, buddy. Now we all probably got to do it together.
I'm cool.
Just gonna let Rogan get it.
You have on a pink
not
Open
doing that.
Sesame sweater.
Rogan
Thought she
got
was
100
there.
million. He don't even know how to
It's a
count.
chartreuse.
He don't even know how to count to 16.
Chartreuse. You're kind of proving to my point.
Yo, what did all just say?
Nothing, man.
Nothing, man. Let it go. It's a funny color. I just thought
That sounds
just
like
the
some
name
shit
of that
from
color
a,
is just
a
hilarious.
nigga wearing Open Sesame. What
Yeah.
you said?
I just said chartreuse.
Chartreuse.
It's the color. Rory said that's proving my point. Oh man.
It's like when Rory kept introducing the word satchel in conversation.
When did I do that?
He just going around saying satchel.
When did that ever happen?
Pass me my satchel. Excuse me, you're sitting on my
Hey,
satchel.
so where'd you get your satchel? Like, fam, Rory.
When did this
It
happen?
says Louis Vuitton on it. Like, you don't have to go out of your way to just.
Introducing satchel.
Hold on, I gotta go with my satchel.
Yo, they do collabs? The collab satchel. You
You have on a
right.
collab shirt of your own brand.
That's all.
Swag.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
You don't even know who it's collabed with, though. It's just some Roman numerals.
Me. They collab.
Double collab.
They collab
Joe,
with me.
Joe collab with Budden.
Come on, what else is important in the universe since Roy doesn't want to fucking beat up Dave Chappelle?
I don't want to beat up Dave Chappelle. I don't think that was as crazy as Davies just chilling on
I
the
feel
mailbox
like-
eating Chinese food.
No,
Because
that was
we all
funny,
do
though.
that.
We've all done
That's
that.
regular
You
shit.
can't do that now.
That's where the chicken wings taste the best.
You've never done that and then asked somebody for 25 grand. No, you haven't.
No, definitely not.
I
yeah.
thought that was kind of
Y'all never
swag.
did that.
That is swag.
Y'all never did that.
He got it off though. I like it.
Did you pay him?
No, definitely not.
Not the 25.
No.
Well, maybe a different 25.
Yeah, take something off.
But
of
then
that.
I started thinking about the amount of Chinese food you could buy with the $2 grand that she was going to offer, and I might pull up and do that verse.
How much Chinese food you want?
$2 grand's worth? I'm good for the year.
By the whole store.
Then she came and Nikki. Like, I'm done with this area.
She's a
That's been
character,
going
man.
on for like 10 years.
She's a
Joe.
character. She's absolutely a character.
100%.
I started thinking about all the brown bag money that I've risked my life to attain.
Same.
That's, I mean, untouchable.
And I don't think it's spoken about enough.
Brown bag money makes
Again,
the rap business go around, boy.
Listen, that's back to rappers promoting this fraudulent lifestyle that they're living, and they don't really promote some of the brown bag horror stories.
But it's different now.
And listen, I'm not talking to some of you successful acts.
But the successful acts had the brown bag at one point.
Yeah, but their brown bags and experiences be different. Like, they brown bags sometimes is 20 grand and up.
Yeah.
Right.
Different kind of
That's a nice
studio,
little brown bag.
a different location. Listen, 20 grand just on the whim that you weren't counting for 30 minutes of your time, if that, you'll take it.
And it's different
But
now.
it's when the price is lower.
Yeah, when you do it for the 500.
It's much more dangerous.
Like when you can get in the club for $1.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, just imagine the things going on in that club for $1 with the $1 entrance fee. You probably don't want to be there. And it's the same, man. But listen.
And it took them a little while to get the $500 in the brown bag.
Well,
That's
listen,
was really
Joe
dangerous.
definitely did a verse for some. We was in Ohio, I think. Joe had like a show or something.
Used to get it in Ohio?
And
That's
No,
it's a good
I
Cameron
got it
song.
once
Yeah.
in Ohio and begged for it.
The promoters were like, yo, we need a verse. We want to get a verse from Joe. Like, we got an artist. So Joe was like, man, how much they talking, man? A couple grand. So I was like, all right, I'll do it. My nigga, we pulled up to that studio. I swear I was like, these niggas about to beat the shit out of us.
I was gonna say
They gonna let Joe do the verse,
Right.
give us the money, and then have a nigga outside to take the money back. Like, I really felt like that was gonna happen. Like, this was in the sticks. Like, we was in the woods.
You had my back?
I mean, I would have had to.
10 toes
They was
down.
gonna fuck both of us up.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
You there.
Yeah, they was gonna beat us both up. Like, I ain't had no choice at that
That's
point.
not having my
That
back.
is. I still
getting
win.
Not
beat up with
having
you?
my back.
Yeah, what you mean?
No, that's having your back, my back, proxy your back.
Yeah.
But I have
a
to have
collab
my
back.
back
It was
as
a
well.
collab back.
Yeah,
In that situation, you got to take it.
I went with you.
Listen, we never talk about this because it's socially accepted in our industry, but listen to this. I'm going to call Rory. Rory don't know me. Stranger. I'm going to call Rory and say, hey, how much for you to get on a plane and come to where I am?
Right.
Which my response would be, what?
Look at the privilege. You never lived by the brown bag lifestyle,
Of course I
Rory?
had. What are you talking about?
Hey, how much for you to hop on a plane and come to this place where you don't know anyone and I'm here with all of my friends and weapons
Right.
for you to do a walkthrough or perform or for us to have a disagreement that I could threaten you about
Right.
and hold
With
it back.
weapons.
Yeah. How much for that? Rory gonna say something like, hey man, just give me 5.
Right.
Like whatever you say, pick a number that
5.
makes this
Rory
experience
gets the 5.
worthwhile. Yeah, that's Rory. Right there.
come
So
on,
he getting-
Rory gets
I'm
the
giving
5.
Rory 5. He got emotional oranges, all that shit, man.
Yeah.
All right, I'm giving him his 5.
Look at the walkthrough.
Just for the emotions alone.
Yeah,
It's the
that's
5.
without the oranges.
I come with the orange.
So I give you 5. Rory then takes a plane to this strange place, checks in a hotel.
economy middle seat.
Checks in a hotel. It's under my name. He has no authority at this hotel. He can't get a new key if he wants.
At all.
Right.
Hey, come to this location at this time for sound check and meet my Goonies.
Right.
Yeah.
You got to meet the Goonies.
You got to meet niggas that's going to say, yo, when you in my city, it's it.
Right.
Whatever you need, what you need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
Those
they're
are the
usually
guys.
pretty good about it. I love the Goonies,
Hey,
man.
and this circles
Shout out to
back
the
to
Goonies.
Rory's conversation about the what you need guy in my city. Come on, get your shit off. See, look, when Joe was here to pod, everybody
But
get
this is a different what you need guy.
Yeah, all right.
Everybody get the
it's a
ball.
different
So
what
it's
you need guy.
different because all right. So you're saying when you meet the Goonie friend, usually the Goonie friend is if you need something in that city, that's cool. But when you tour, a lot of times you run into people that say, "Yo, anytime you in my city, I got you, no matter what. You need the spot to go to, you need the weed. I got all the chicks. This is my city. When you're here,
Escorts.
it's your city.
Pills.
Right.
A nigga that will fucking shoot somebody for you even though you don't
Yeah.
know him.
Right. But then sometimes
Then-
you meet the promoters that say, "Yo, call me when this is my city."
Right.
Until you meet a nigga that's really their city. You be
Right.
like, "Yo,
Then-
he don't even know you."
I feel like the guy that says that all the time no one's ever inquired.
right.
Because I've been in a city in Texas, which I will not name, and I inquired. I said, all right, I like all those things tonight.
Right.
What's up? Yo, give me like an hour. I went back to my hotel and sat there and said, yo, what it look like?
Yeah.
I didn't have one girl, 1 gram of weed, 1 ounce of protection.
That nigga was home sleep, man.
Yeah.
He had nothing.
He was home sleep, man.
We need to pull the card of the in your city guy. That needs to happen.
No,
Unless he's like legit.
I think I was in
But
Houston.
the guy that's legit not saying they're not offering that to
That
you.
is a fact, yeah.
Yeah, he's not offering his services to you. If he's
Yeah.
I was in Houston with the "If You In My City" guy, I got you, and we went to the strip club, and you know, I won't say I felt safe. Like he was singular. Whoever this person was, I didn't know him, but he just tagged along. But he was singular. Like normally the In My City guy, like
got a squad.
will link up later with some people.
Right.
Yeah.
He didn't link up with anybody. He was just by himself. That struck me as odd. And I was confused about it. And then an hour later, if I fucking get some confirmation on my confusion when Jay Prince's son walks in the club.
What you doing with him?
Yeah, you. Come on.
No. But this is the thing. I know him.
Yeah.
So I know how he gives it up.
Oh no, I'm saying Jay Prince was
And
saying to your man, like, what you
Jay
doing with him?
Prince's son is such a like respectful guy. But besides all of that, if you just watch him,
Yeah.
it looks like
Yeah. No. This
the
is
dude who, hundreds of niggas with him. All the bottles,
Yeah. Right.
all the girls ran that way,
You can
all
tell
of the
difference.
chains.
You can see the difference. You can
This
see
may, in fact, be his city.
Yeah, oh my! It looked
No,
like
this is his city.
Yo, and the dude that told me that it was his city, oh, he just ran right over there.
Nah.
Hey, he did a fucking. That wasn't even a power walk. That nigga ran over there.
Yeah.
So I'm watching this doofy ass nigga do all this fucking canoodling.
Yeah. I was with you that night.
You was right.
Yeah, I was with you that night.
Whoever that was, after he finished, I went over there like, yo, man.
Hey, fam, it's
What's
all right.
up, nigga?
We good. Yeah,
Good
we
to see you, man. Hey, don't even mind on Duke.
I went out. I went out to the club with that guy, and when he was like, "Yo, you in my section? You good? Any bottle you want? Anything." The moment I stepped in there, I heard some dude twice my size. Yo, there's way too many fucking dudes in this section. They look right at me.
You made the way too many. Like once you entered, you're the way.
Meanwhile,
Like, yo, it's way too many.
I'm being sold this dream that I'm with him and I'm good no matter what. Yo, you want that bottle? That's yours. You want that hookah? That's yours. Talk to any chick you want. You good.
Scared to death to talk to
Fam,
him.
I took one step
This
up
is
in the
hilarious.
VIP.
Yeah.
This is a hilarious conversation.
and say, yo, way too many dudes that like the only one that just
Yeah,
walked in.
you made it too many. Like, you was the two.
Yo, you have to check in who's good and who's not.
Yeah, nah.
Because it could be your life.
You could tell though. Like you
Nigga,
could
I
tell.
was in. Nigga, I was in Starlets.
Which is your city.
You home. You home. You in your city.
Yo, did I tell a story on here or did I just tell y'all off of here?
I think
that was the same night I ended up rubbing up on Duke's back, whoever that was, LaShawn McCoy. Well, I'm in fucking Starlets and niggas start giving me the, yo, if you need something, if something go down in the city, I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm in my head like, I live here. Wait, yo, do I look that pussy to where niggas are coming up to me
In your own
in my
backyard.
hometown?
Yeah.
Hey, not only do I live here, I have been in Starlets for the last 13 years, every day.
That's a fact.
This nigga, you need something?
you ain't made that nigga a drink. Like, nigga, this is my house.
Wait, that's the nigga. I should call fucking Cracko too. And that's the nigga. Oh shit! At the time, he wanted to show me he was for real. Like a nigga almost died over nothing that night.
I love them type of niggas that want to just show you for nothing.
I be feeling so bad for the unsuspecting guy. Like, oh shit,
He don't even know.
Yo, he about to kill you,
He was
nigga.
one of the stockbrokers?
Yeah, no, you about to die over that napkin hitting his foot. Yeah. And yo, I don't know how to. I never know how the unsuspecting dudes can't see it because it's always an argument you can't win. Yo, nigga, your napkin just hit my foot.
Yeah.
You want to bring logic into this?
Yeah.
I mean,
Like,
that was a mistake. Nigga, I don't give a fuck. Did your napkin? Tell me your napkin. Nigga, lick my boot. Nah, lick my boot right now or you dead. The dude still don't know. He like, yo, fam, I jump in. Yo, just do what he says.
Lick the boot.
Lick his boot.
Yo, nigga, just do what he says. Trust me.
Lick his boot.
You can just tell when a nigga's serious, man.
Yeah.
He's like, don't
In
you
your
worry,
own
I
city, a nigga
got
telling you
him
he got you.
stashed all around this club. Like, well, I'm gonna go.
Which exit do you think I should use?
I'm getting out of here right now.
Oh my God.
Listen, y'all laughing. I came in the podcast making my joke, telling all y'all shut the fuck up because that's what niggas did when they came into the jail. But Jay, you really came into the jail and did that. Oh,
There's some niggas that do that.
Actually, before we go any further, I'm sorry. My apologies. I totally meant to start this podcast with a rest in peace to Calvin Hart. Calvin Hart is Jersey City royalty. Calvin Hart is the black guy that looks out for the, as they would say, troubled teens. Like, and he's done that for decades in Jersey City. I'm not certain how he's passed. Played a huge role in me going to fucking the youth house when the feds was knocking at my door. Told me to go hide out over there. It worked. And just shout out to him. Shout out to Calvin Hart. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Prayers, love, and condolences, not only to his family, friends, and fans, but to Jersey City. I am certain that I am not the only one feeling the effects of this. So rest in peace to Calvin Hart.
For sure.
What was I talking about that led me to that? It was something about being homeless.
Jail.
Oh,
jail.
and Jay, you came into fucking jail. All right, man. What else do we have to talk about?
No, you was talking versus ego check. When you don't even say you're that guy in your city and you have people from out of town come and ask you shit, and then you start running through your Rolodex at this point in your life and realize you have nothing to offer your loved ones when they come to New York City.
At all. I tell you,
That's a real ego check.
Don't even hit my phone.
Like, I don't know what to tell you to do.
Don't hit my phone.
Yo, when Justice came to town last time, he was telling me about the clubs. I was like, I don't have the slightest clue.
Me too.
I have no idea.
Shout out to Justice. Listen, man, we all know what we would do in a situation until that situation is at our door.
Of course.
Jay, you came right into jail at 4 a.m. We was all asleep.
Everybody get up.
Yeah.
Let's get some shit clear on the walk.
They walk all of the guys in together, so it's a slew of guys. So you don't know who tough, who ain't.
Yeah, no. Jail is
but when
definitely
one
the fellas.
guy in a line of guys that he don't know just starts screaming and talking to the whole jail.
Yeah, nigga, wake up.
I don't think you really understand. We all tough until that happens.
Yeah, no.
We start peeking out the little window. Man, who the fuck is this? Yo, check this out. My name's such and such.
Yeah.
No more talking, all right? All talking come through me.
Yeah.
And the phone.
Yeah. Letting it be known on the wall.
I just want to talk to my mom.
I was so quiet.
No, I was so glad that I knew this man.
Oh, that's when it's the best. When you know the
I
nigga.
knew this man. This was my fucking guy.
Yeah.
Well, his brother was my guy, but fuck that. You my guy now.
yeah.
No, I know your brother.
Yo, your brother?
Yeah.
Oh, I know your brother's a thing.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
I know, but as men, we don't really talk about it. But I know some niggas' brothers.
Yeah.
And dads. we at that age. We at that age too.
For sure.
Hey,
sure.
the nigga will pop your head off, but I know your dad,
That's
man.
for sure.
Yeah,
Definitely
my
at
dad
that
said
age.
you was all right.
Yeah.
let you live around here. All right, so Rory's not gonna fight anybody.
No.
Davies, Dave Chappelle, fucking
nor
Dave
do I
Beckham.
ever want to go to jail.
You're not gonna fight David Beckham.
No, I'm not fighting David Beckham.
Nigga,
He's
Rory-
in great shape.
Word. Yo, his kicks are insane. You think I'm fighting David Beckham?
He runs on a soccer field for
Kick
90
the
minutes a
shit out of
day.
me.
Yeah, you don't want to fight a soccer player.
Do y'all watch the spelling bees when they come up?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, no, I do. I definitely do.
I haven't reached that level of boredom.
Oh no, y'all are missing out.
I have never watched
Them
it.
shits are
Thank you, Rory.
one amazing and
Yeah,
hilarious.
you shouldn't do that.
spelling bee?
The fact that you're
Yes.
talking like that says you never did that.
Yeah,
You
never did that.
I have
Nah.
never watched the spelling bee.
Them shits is great.
For real?
And
I
those
swear to
kids
you.
are insane.
I swear to you.
Huh.
I have
no,
never
check
watched
out
the spelling bee.
check out the spelling bees.
Is this like on Netflix? How do
Oh,
I
this
even watch
quarantine got to end soon.
Nah.
Where do I go to watch this?
Nah, I was
just be on
watching
the
these
TV.
when niggas be outside.
What? I have never
It's a
watched
nice
spelling
ass
bee.
day job.
Where do you
I
watch
can't-
spelling? Where do they air spelling bees
They
at?
air it
Just on
annually
TV.
on ESPN.
I've never watched the
I'm
spelling
not hip.
Fam, it's words I didn't even know existed. Little 12-year-old Zen is up there talking. Say it in a sentence for me. Yeah, nah, they
Hiding
look,
behind their contestant
look,
cards and shit.
Yeah, nah, this shit right here goes ham. Like
Nah,
when
it's
you
crazy.
start seeing
Got 5
parents.
million
And,
views.
and it's serious too. Like,
Yeah, listen.
everyone's dead quiet like a golf match.
Yes.
This is a thing.
And some of these parents really believe their kid is smarter than everybody. So when they get the word wrong, and then they pan to the family, it's like, this is an intense thing.
They be tight.
Be disappointed.
Yeah. There's a lot of pressure on these kids to spell words right.
No, you look at this. You know the
Look at
scary
this word.
parents too.
What is this word?
That are gonna beat the shit out of their kid.
Be what Steinslage. Be what Steinslage.
And she knows this shit.
Everyone
Look,
knows
she
that.
like, all right, hold up, give me a minute.
Yeah, she's typing it.
She'd say, she trying to spell with her
Ooh.
fingers.
Is that sign with an EI?
Nah, this is crazy.
I before E except after C.
And Trey wanted a car. Nigga, get up there.
Get your ass out there.
Spell
Spell
something.
something.
Nigga ain't spelled be what Steinslage.
Get your ass out there.
If y'all don't find nothing to talk about, we're going to talk about the spelling bee.
Trey's nickname is longer than his real name, so I don't know if Trey's allowed to spell shit.
I had no idea y'all watched the spelling bee.
Me either. I didn't know that
Of
was a
course,
thing.
no, that's
Yo,
the thing.
You never know what
This is like
what
Shark
your
Week.
friends
You
are
don't-
watching.
You don't think it's amazing how you could do a job with someone for 5 years and they just not really know much about you?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, I think that's actually pretty regular. And nobody really know their coworkers.
You don't.
Why don't y'all, let's take the time for y'all to share some weird shit y'all into that nobody would know.
Weird shit that I'm into.
Besides Azealia?
Yes, Rory. Okay. Besides Azealia. Why? Wait, I was about to rant angrily, but my sexy voice was on. What the hell was that? The fuck was that?
You were asking what weird stuff Rory's into.
Oh yeah,
I know
mean,
Rory's into. He's a little naughty boy.
That's a fact. No, I'm a weirdo when it comes to that type of shit.
Me too.
You know, I'm weird.
Azealia Banks, shut up.
No,
I kind of enjoy her. rants.
she's entertaining.
Nah, that shit is
I
funny,
love her.
man.
I love her.
She's entertaining.
She
I
should.
love
She
her.
should not shut up at all.
If she can get control of herself, I would offer her opportunities. Again,
Yeah.
might I add. Now, so an interesting quote. We're
man,
back.
that would have been great too.
Word.
That would have been so good. I wish that panned out. When you told me that idea, I said, "Oh, it's the greatest shit I ever heard."
Yeah.
If you could see me and Puff dance around for hours at the mere mention of that idea, boy, we were so let down when it didn't work.
Damn.
Like when you know when you call the crazy person and they still crazy.
Yeah, you can't turn it off.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Damn it. But that's why it's genius, but damn it. All right, so we're back to Cape Town with Rory. I saw an interesting quote from Phonte, who I have on my alien list. Phonte, who
For sure.
I hold in the highest regards as an MC. So, and Phonte always has a pretty good scope of the scene, even though the general public might not always know that about Phonte.
True.
Super savvy to the internet.
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
going on?
Yeah, 100%.
For quite some time.
All of the praise. All of the praise.
All of the praise.
Walk that man in the culture.
I think he's here already.
Well, walk him inside. Yeah, but make sure he's accommodated correctly.
He should be accommodated.
That's a big
right.
problem in our culture. We don't accommodate people properly.
Oh, please, that's a whole nother conversation.
Listen. Write it down, Savon.
Yeah.
Another one we'll never get to. But yeah, people don't be accommodated properly. Phonte, I saw a quote from Phonte I thought was interesting. Figured I'd ask his Kappa brother Rory about it so he could fucking answer for
Phonte
it.
is not a Kappa.
Oh. Phonte says
He's indeed not a Kappa.
Phonte says that in lieu of the Joe Rogan deal, $100 million per a year.
Yeah.
Actually, while I'm here, let me update you guys on the Go Daddy Girls. Gonna call me Daddy Girls.
Go Daddy Girls.
Oh, daddy.
He just renaming their whole shit.
Hey, wait, and there has been an update on that. I won't give it to y'all, but one of the girls said "fuck that" and got the bag without the other girl.
Oh,
So
I
we
thought
saw
we
that.
covered that.
And
Yeah, we
she
saw that.
gave a whole YouTube blog about how the other girl was wilding. So nah. Yo, that's a conversation that at some point will have to come up. Maybe y'all are bored with us having it because we're podcasters and we like to look out for podcasters. But at some point, we're going to have to talk about the podcasters that hate each other and have to go about conducting business as usual. It's true.
It's a real thing.
Y'all keep running
Listen.
from it,
Yeah.
but one day we have to have the talk, or we'll continue to just be taken advantage of. So to those of you that wonder why I'm passionate about shit that maybe y'all don't really give a fuck about, it's in the grand scheme of things, it's important.
Yeah.
It's important.
And when we're in real time of the blueprint of podcasting now turning a completely new leaf with that last deal
Yeah.
of Rogan, we're going to talk about everything that has to do with podcasting in the moment while we're on a podcast. It matters to us.
Fam, what are you, a fucking imbecile? how many fucking $250 million deals need to fucking grimace your nose for you to say, hey,
It's a big deal.
think they got something?
And with the listeners all the time are super into our music talks and like, yeah, damn, I wish everyone when hip hop was starting, they would have got in front of it and got their shit done. And we'd be in a better place now for all music. We're like, all right, well, that's what we're trying to do with podcasting. So shut the fuck up when you telling us to shut the fuck up about trying to get this shit together.
Right.
I've been trying to tell y'all for a little while subliminally that the podcasters were on to something like Finding Africa. I've been trying to say that.
I think everyone was kind of like born there and then they found other places.
Yeah, but regardless.
I'm not big on
Well,
evolution.
no, white people act like they found Africa.
Fair enough. I have
When are we
no
gonna
argument.
when are we going to tell the truth about Christopher Columbus?
We haven't yet.
They've been trying for years.
No, they have not. They keep making us celebrate.
Yeah, but they gonna celebrate.
And
it
I
there
told
for
y'all
work.
2 years ago about the Henry Hudson. Everything that they named something,
Henry was
that
nasty.
nigga was evil.
Yeah.
Facts.
But anyway, Phonte says that in lieu of Joe Rogan's $100 million a year deal, that we might begin seeing artists, musicians, ask for money to be featured on a podcast or to appear on a podcast or to be interviewed. And I thought that was just a really interesting take from an interesting mind. So I wanted to come here and ask you guys, who I also think are very interesting minds, what y'all think about that take from Phonte. I want to start with Rory because that's Rory's man.
That is my man.
Fair.
That's my guy.
And I didn't know, and when I wanted to bring that here, I didn't know what side of the fence Phonte was on with that. Let me say
I'm not
that.
sure which side he's on.
He's on
either.
both.
We can ask him after we have our conversation. I agree that artists will start doing that because I think headlines are the worst thing on earth. When they just throw numbers out there and people read them and just read a headline. So now an artist can be like, nah, they got $100 million. Instead of thinking, all right, they have an audience worth $100 million. I should probably promote on that platform. I'm gonna say, well, I want the money they got from that. Just because I know how artists think, especially early in their careers, and how they move.
Do people get paid for doing like Saturday Night Live?
No.
Like artists performing?
No.
Conan?
I don't think so. No.
So why would they
yeah, I
want
don't
to get paid
know. No,
for
I
being
don't
on a
think
podcast?
They won't.
I just don't understand the thought process of that. Like, you don't get paid to go on Conan. You don't get paid to go on
They
David
don't get
Letterman's
paid
show.
to go on Summer Jam.
Yeah, so why would you
Because a
ask
lot of artists,
podcaster to pay you?
a lot of artists are under that whole impression of I'm not doing anything without the bag, and they're encouraged. And to some degree, I understand that you should have that mentality that I shouldn't do anything for the bag.
I want
But
to
when
stop
you
you
realize
because they're lying. I want to stop you because they're lying.
So
they
come on.
are lying, and it's not the greatest mentality when you're trying to promote into other markets that aren't your own.
I just don't
Like,
see how that's like a thing.
It's not
that will
a
happen.
smart thing in the long run. I understand that it sounds cool to be about your money, and I get that part. But fam, this is a whole audience that may not know about you and a whole platform. So shut up and do it for free.
Nobody is asking Rogan for any of that money to go on this show.
No.
Nobody.
I highly doubt anyone's ever, or pardon, Rogan has ever paid anyone to go on his podcast.
Well, that's probably why he ain't asked me to do it yet.
Because you know the bag would be too much for you.
I need 90 million.
Just for an episode.
For an interview?
I need a year.
Yo, I gotta point out, you gotta be really clear in your reality of things.
Right.
I want to say that
Right.
because
That's
that
important.
part too is not said often.
Yeah.
There's a lot of us running around here now, and 100 million is just rolling off our tongues.
Right.
Let me stop you. I don't need that. Just give me some gum.
Yeah,
Joe, don't tell them that.
Your breath isn't the greatest.
No, I'm not gonna tell them that. Well, behind the scenes, they gotta give me more than gum. But I'm just saying, like, hey, niggas don't need 100 million to live.
Just don't.
What do y'all
ever-
need to live?
Just don't ever
Like,
do a press
honestly,
release.
What do we need to live?
I could get by on 90 million.
97. 97.
I mean, all right,
Y'all are haters.
89 is ugh, that's I can't do that.
Yeah.
90 I could make it stretch
Yeah.
in the 90 range.
Yeah.
And I just want to add, that's hater shit. It's hater shit to have never said 100 million in your life, but see another nigga get it and then be like, you know what, man?
You don't need that.
Yo, I don't know. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
That had to be 70. That last joint we did. Niggas will start making up their own data with some shit. Artists, you're gonna fuck yourselves.
As usual.
There's no other way to put it. I agree with Maul, but I do understand the sentiment from artists.
I don't.
Well, artists are gonna feel like they bring the value to anything, and artists are gonna feel like Joe Rogan got 100 million because we kept going to sit down with Joe Rogan.
Well, that's good. That's why we
Because
don't
artists are self-centered.
But that's why we don't have guests.
Well, that's one of the reasons we don't have guests. Yeah, you
But
fucking
but
right.
no, it's different when you're leveraging.
I hate people is another reason.
Fair. It's different when you're leveraging your fan base for something. Podcasts are not necessarily that. There are some where it is. Yes, you need to pay me because I'm going to bring a fan base to your podcast that is twice the size of what you bring in. But like it's not a club appearance where you're bringing people to the club.
Right.
There's already a built-in fan base at this podcast.
Right.
Artists, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Y'all are just the draw. That's it. Like sometimes artists overestimate their value. And I say
People
all
in
the
general-
time.
people in general.
Yeah, but I make it very clear on this podcast. For me, it is much more valuable to talk about you niggas. For me.
Right.
You come sit here, we fucking wine and dine for an episode versus me getting to talk about you for the next 73 weeks.
Right.
I'm picking that one. That's me. But I did think it was an interesting take from Phonte, and I don't doubt that someone will try it.
I'm sure.
Someone will try it.
I'm sure it's happened already. I'm sure.
But boy, oh boy, are you misguided and misinformed.
Yeah. I agree.
I thought this would be fun because I thought Phonte would be on the artist side of that. Like they should be getting paid.
Well, he said give him 5 minutes.
And
Let's call him.
this Joe Rogan shit has me feeling real different about Dak Prescott's situation too. Hey,
You tied
I'm
Dak
looking
on-
at that.
Come on, Colin,
I'm
give it
looking
to
at
us.
that with a whole new
You tied
lens.
Dak into Joe
I'm
Rogan's
sorry,
deal.
sorry, buddy. Sorry. You bring Andy here for what?
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Throwing the balls is fine.
Right. Nah,
Hey,
I get it.
I'm getting what you want this
Yeah.
back shoulder.
I get it.
What you want down the middle? I'm giving you the throws.
Now you right.
Anything we say is hating.
Always.
Everything.
But you can never
Let's
never
just-
get around
yeah,
that.
It's true. It's true. All right, let's see what Phonte has to say about artists charging to be on podcasts, and what will they charge? Like, what will they charge?
Something depending on the artist, depending on who the artist is.
Fam,
And the label taking a cut of that.
Send that invoice. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do.
Senior,
with it.
no, seniorita.
Yo, Phonte, it's Rory from the Joe Budden Podcast. You are live on air.
What's going on, Rory from the Joe Budden Podcast?
How's everything with you, man?
Everything's good, brother. How y'all doing, man? How y'all feel?
Good.
Good.
We were getting into your tweets from earlier today about the Joe
You've caused
Rogan-
up quite a stir. Caused up quite the commotion, buddy.
Hey, brother, I'm just tweaking my thoughts, man. It's just it's open source. I'm looking for feedback. I'm curious to hear what y'all think.
No, Phonte. You run that shit on someone else, buddy. Are you just trying to open dialogue? Where do you fall on this shit that you said? I thought it was really interesting. I totally disagree. I think the artists will fuck themselves. But where do you stand on this as an artist and podcaster?
Well, here's the thing, man. My whole take on it is that.
Oh, wait. Before you start.
Okay.
How do you feel about Joe Rogan getting $100 million? Because you prefaced it with that, so I want to hear your thoughts on that.
Okay. How do I feel about Joe Rogan getting the podcast deal?
Yeah.
I think it's fantastic.
Oh, yeah, that was hate.
I mean, listen, dude, this is somebody who has been, building up his content for God knows, how long, doing his like YouTube interviews and like all of that. I mean, listen, he's built a brand for himself. So for him to monetize that and, to go to Spotify, listen, I think that's a great thing. And let me be clear, the tweets I was putting out earlier, it really didn't have anything to do with my feelings about Joe Rogan. It really wasn't about that. It was just a marker of, okay, if this is happening, if Joe Rogan is getting how many millions of dollars on a platform that was built by musicians, but yet, and I mean, it was a Rolling Stone article that said the same thing. By him getting that money, that's essentially Spotify saying that you're worth more than the musicians who built the platform. And I think that's a fair thing to assess. So for me, what do I think about him getting it? Absolutely. I think it's great. What I think it also does is it just opens up the floor for more questions. And what I think one of the main things that's happening in the age of the Rona, as I like to say, this is causing us to have to rethink and remake all of our social contracts. So whatever it was we was doing before this shit is new rules now. And that doesn't mean, are we going to write these things overnight? No, but it's worth an examination. So when it comes to your question about, do I think artists should be paid on podcasts? Honestly, listen, I don't have the answer today right now. I think it's a question that we're going to have to answer soon, but I think it's something worth consideration, and that was my reason for making the tweets today. I think it's something to consider.
I do think though artists are not bringing $100 million worth of audience outside of maybe 3 or 4 at the current moment than a podcast.
Well, that's true, but the thing about it now is that as an artist, I don't have to bring $100 million worth of content to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to bring that value. I think in the old days, yeah, artists had to have that. You kind of had to run that scorched earth press campaign, right? Where you did this podcast and this show and this venue and this and this and that, because you had much more ground you had to cover. Now, we're all locked in the crib, so my overhead just went down tremendously. So rather than going on someone's podcast and saying, hey, and kind of, shucking for them and saying, yo, can you, I'm selling this, I'm working on this or whatever. If I have my own platform and all I can get to versus on going Joe Budden's podcast is reaching a potential million people to, I don't know, what the viewership is, but, you guys have a big viewership, a big listenership. So rather than me having to go on Joe Budden to reach 1 million people, nigga, if I can just go live by myself and reach 100,000 or 10,000 to reach, if them 10,000 people is willing to break $1 with me, nigga, I'm good.
Phonte, they're not.
You say what now?
They're not willing to break $1 with you.
They're not gonna. Okay, say it again.
They're not willing to break $1 with you. That's where the metric came from.
They're not.
No, they're not. Wait, are you surprised by that? Because I'll stop talking. I don't want to tell you anymore if you're surprised by that.
No. I'm not surprised by it. I'm surprised. I think we have very different. Experiences with our fan bases, because that shit don't apply to me.
What?
But I can't. But I'm open to hearing other experiences. So what's your experience?
I'm not really pulling from my experience. Industry standard says 5% or I think 3% of your actual social audience will spend $1 with you.
Okay.
Now, you maybe have built your audience or conditioned them differently so where that's not your issue. But overall, no, they all aren't willing to spend $1 with you. And I think we have no greater example of that than what Tory just went through.
Yeah,
with the audience he built, with everything that he was doing versus what came in. I think it might have been about maybe 5% or something like that. So, yeah, there may be a few anomalies out there that can get $1 from most of their audience, but that's not.
I don't think Tory's a good example for that though, because Tory built an entire different audience on something completely different than his music. Exactly. That's a whole different. I don't think that's the right comparison because Tory got famous again on something else that had nothing to do with his music.
I totally disagree with that. Tory built his Instagram. He built his Instagram off music.
For sure.
And then used that audience to direct them somewhere different, but like most artists experience, it's ultimately to drive back to
But
music.
his audience on and Instagram Live was not there for music. Maybe that first half to get it driven, yeah, for sure. But it grew into something else of people that were not interested in his music. So I can't garner his percentage off music money off what he's doing with strippers and music on IG Live. It's great that he did it, but it's not derivative to his actual income on music.
Anything a musician does is indicative to their actual income on music. And anytime a musician amasses an audience, them and their team will say, well, how many of these people can we get to do this? Whether that be buying music, merch, buying a tour ticket, anything. It's about the percentage of that audience that we can get to do something. So I agree with you guys. It wasn't about that. But at some point, it was going to be about that.
Mm-hmm. No, of course that brings more eyes on what you do. Go ahead,
we ain't seen a quarantine radio. We ain't seen a quarantine radio since that album dropped. It ain't been a one quarantine radio since that album has dropped. Anything an artist does is just used as a vehicle to what they really want to do.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's changing.
Okay, give it to me.
Again, I agree with you, pre-COVID, I think that you're absolutely right on that. I think now, Rory, to speak specifically to the Tory example, I think Tory is an example of what artists are now in the sense that whatever people get into you for doesn't necessarily mean that that's going to track into all the other things that you do. So if you're coming into, if you know Tory Lanez from Quarantine Radio and that's what you've been, that was your entry into him, or that was the thing that sparked your interest in Tory Lanez, then yeah, that's your entry point. So all you are interested in is a Quarantine Radio, his that brand, that side of what he does. The music, yeah, it may not mean anything, but from the sense of, because he was able to grow that thing from Quarantine Radio, that's opened him up to other opportunities. Like I think I saw he was like hosting something like he did like an MTV thing or something, and I think that's great. So, to answer your question, yes, I don't think that this is what I was proposing or talking about on Twitter earlier about paying artists being paid to be on podcasts. Mm-hmm. I don't think this is a one size fits all thing. No, it's not. Is it going to apply to every artist? No. Do most artists have a fan base, like you were saying, the conversion rate 3 to 5%? You know what I'm saying? Do most artists have that fan base that are going to be able to turn that over and translate that into cold hard dollars? Probably not. But for a lot of artists who do have that, again, that 3 to 5%, if you're able to turn that over in a time where you have less overhead, you ain't got to pay for damn plane tickets and hotel rooms and all this shit, nigga, that 3 to 5% is looking pretty damn good. So I'm just saying it's something to consider. And I think in the new era that we're living in, I think all of this stuff is worth re-examining.
I agree. Everything should be up for re-examination. Well, listen, I will be watching this closely along with you. I know we're invested
but let me
differently.
say, but like while I'm on the joint, let me say, yo, Joe, I know me and you, like, we ain't like chopped it up in a minute, but listen, man, I really love what you guys are doing because y'all have created your own ecosystem. Like, y'all have created something to where people are not tuning into the Joe Budden podcast because of who's on it. They're tuning into it because of y'all. Like, y'all have your own thing. So for someone like you, I mean, if you asking me, like, I think, I don't know what the particulars of your deal were, but if I'm an investor, I'm looking to invest in someone like a Joe Budden because y'all ecosystem is already contained. If I'm going to buy a product that's dependent on getting other people, you know what I'm saying? If I'm going to buy a show that's only going to be as good as the guests involved, nigga, I just inherited a bill. You know what I'm saying? So I say all that just to say, I salute what you're doing, and just the way that you've been able to pivot and kind of reposition yourself. Yeah, you might have one of the best like hip hop stories other than MF Doom. Like one of the best hip hop like you, MF Doom, and Killer Mike, like y'all niggas got some of the best like second, third act reinvention stories ever.
Hey Phonte, I'll be totally honest with you. My fight is so far from done, man.
You say your what?
My fight is so far from done. There are way too many people that want cultural relevance without the cultural participants. And I'll leave it there.
I can dig it.
The road is long. I acknowledge and appreciate the ecosystem that we've built, but not just us. A lot of podcasters out there. Niggas is out there figuring it out. And I appreciate it and stand with them. But I mean, the big fight is one that I can't really touch all the way on at the moment. Well, I'm about to touch on it with the killing in Minneapolis and with all this evil shit that I'm about to talk about. It's the same ballpark. Same ballpark to me. But I appreciate the kind words. I don't want to depress anybody.
Nigga, yes, the fuck you do want to depress somebody. Nigga, hey, your brand is depression. What the fuck you mean?
I would love nothing more than to depress people. That is my shit. Hey, listen, man. Has your alien list changed at all?
Has my alien list?
Yeah. Has it changed
like
at all?
In terms of alien MCs?
Yep, you know it.
I mean, nah, it hasn't really. I mean, I honestly, man, I ain't really been listening to a whole lot of new music as of late. But the cats, they're still, you know, the brothers are still getting busy. I mean, I still fuck with them. You know what I mean? I'm still, you know, my faves are still my faves. They still been putting in the work.
All right. Well, who are your faves? The fuck. Who are your faves, Phonte?
Oh, okay. My bad. I couldn't hear. Who? I mean, listen. I still like, you know, the monsters. I mean, shit. You know, Royce. Shout out to him. God, man. I mean, you know, there's the usual Royce, Thought. You know, of course, Griselda.
He just naming the
you know,
ones.
Benny. You know, those all I do.
That's why I like talking to some of these alien niggas. They won't even acknowledge the other people. He said, "All right, it's Royce." Yeah.
There's a chick on Twitter that I like. I see her just posting a lot of stuff. Her name is Lady London. I think she's really dope.
She's not.
Yeah, she's dope.
My girl. Yeah, she's dope. My girl Lyric Jones out of LA. She's super dope. Man. I mean, then even in terms of the young boys, I mean, I like Corday. I like Gunna, like on some real shit. Like I fuck with Gunna. Like he's not someone I go to necessarily for bars, so to speak. But I like that nigga. That little nigga be making jams.
Cadence,
I fuck with him.
Aura. I
Yeah.
know what you're saying. Gunna.
No, he's dope.
Whose album is super hard, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah, it's really hard. It's good. All right, Phonte, listen, I will let you know what happens when artists start calling up here saying, all right, y'all got to pay me to come on your podcast. I mean, I could probably tell you what will happen now, but hey, what you going to do when niggas start charging you to come up there?
Start charging me
Are you
to
gonna pay
come
them?
on their podcast?
No. To come on whatever you doing. Yo.
Come on whatever I'm doing?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I would.
You going to pay them?
I would try to build something in a way to where I'm not dependent on other people, which is exactly what you've done with Joe Budden podcast. My thing, whatever I build, and I'm not, I mean, because I just don't think the world needs another podcast. But if I would decide to go on that thing, my thing is that I am the content. And that's what I was really trying to get people to see, artists to see with, you know, with just my tweets from earlier. It's like, listen, we're in a point in time where you are literally the only thing you have to sell. All you have to sell is yourself. So before, it was nothing to make the rounds and do, you know, all these shows and podcasts or whatever just as free promotion for the album or free promotion for my tour. But now there's no upselling. You're not upselling anything. This is the fucking thing. So it's just like, listen, man, if everything I'm doing is creating content, that's literally the only thing I have to control, and I think artists would be wise to take note of that and apply it how they see fit.
All right, my last thing that I'm going to bring up to you, because I don't normally bring rumors to people, because I'm not a chatty patty. Someone told me that you, Phonte, Alien Phonte, is heading one of the streaming farms responsible for shooting Goomba to the top of the charts. I'm just,
That's what they told you? That's what they came and told you?
The streets said that.
Okay.
Now,
streets don't lie either.
No comment. No comment.
See, look.
And Rory told me.
He did
Rory
that
told
shit.
me
He did
that
that
he
shit.
wanted me to. Rory told me the only way I could do this is if I put some auto tune on my vocals.
That is a fact. That is in our text messages.
Just on the
Listen, Phonte, we love you, man. Thank you for calling, and we'll see how this goes.
We certainly will, brother. Love y'all back, man. Y'all stay safe over there.
You know it,
You too, bro.
For sure. Peace.
Fonte's too positive.
He's a positive guy.
When people call with like 15 minutes of positivity, I want to cut some of it.
You need more hate,
Yeah, we're
negativity
we're
in there.
doing a podcast, bro. This is not the time
Gotta
to be
cater to the negative thoughts. too.
positive. But
Yeah.
fine. Always good hearing from Phonte. And y'all heard how I tricked him. I asked him about his alien list, and he was like, nah.
Said Royce and Black Thought.
Same names.
That have never been.
No one added. I like Corday, though.
Corday is nice.
He tried to spice it up. Nigga, we all say Corday.
Try to show you still in tune with the streets. Gunna.
We all. Those are the two names we all say when we want to show we're still in tune.
Gunna, you know who Gunna is? Gunna is the new 2 Chainz. Remember when all the MCs like didn't really know what was going on, but like, nah, I know 2 Chainz. He could rap for real, but he make that other shit. Gunna is the new 2 Chainz.
Yeah.
It's the name you throw out when you know, like, all right, he's not
Trying to seem like
trash,
you're still in tune,
and
yeah.
he makes good music.
Oh, please. 2 Chainz would be Future if he wasn't on Def Jam.
Valid.
Okay.
That's my opinion. Put 2 Chainz on Epic and watch. And just watch.
I'm not mad
Just
at
leave
that.
it. It's like putting something in the microwave.
Here's where I can't disagree, because when Def Jam was Def Jam, 2
2
Chainz
Chainz was 2 Chainz.
rocking.
2 Chainz was 2 Chainz.
And his music hasn't declined.
It's the
So,
same.
all right, you know what? I think I have to agree.
No,
I wanted
like
to.
it.
I wanted to disagree.
I knew exactly what Joe was saying. I get it.
I'm not mad at the take. All right, where
And that's to close that Tory topic. I do want to see. Again, we can look next episode. Has his music numbers increased? He just put out that record. Did it increase from what he does on average?
that's not that's
I think it's 2 different audiences.
that's an unfair way to gauge whatever Tory
No,
is doing.
my only point. No, of course,
'Cause the
of
song
course.
could be better,
My only
you know.
point is
Tory has told you exactly where he is in life at every Instagram post, which is, "Hey, you guys, I now own."
that's how he starts. Hey, you guys,
That-
it's
that is-
Tory
That's
here.
how every Instagram starts.
That
Tory
is-
here.
That is how he starts his shit. He says, "Yo, I am so excited. I own my publishing and I own my catalog." He's given us 90 of those in a 3-week span.
Cool.
It tells us-
That's not the conversation that we were having earlier.
But I'm just
the
I'm-
conversation was when you have these other lanes that you're in, no pun intended, that are grabbing other audience. Does it affect your music sales? That was the only thing I'm bringing up. Does it affect your music sales?
Not
So I'm curious how
necessarily.
Quarantine Radio has boosted his music. Of course, his income, presence, notoriety,
Rory,
his
that is-
business world.
Rory.
Of course, it's.
That is what I'm replying to.
Why does it matter? Is your reply?
No. I'm saying that when an artist goes through the difficulties to acquire his likeness, masters,
The rigor
publishing,
Monroe.
and all of it together,
The Brigham.
everything that they do is in light of that. Like you're saying, Tory did the quarantine radio and all that shit, but it didn't really matter because the numbers, and
I
that's
didn't say it didn't matter. Now you
not
just
that it
put
didn't
words in
matter,
my
but
mouth.
he was no.
I bigged it up more than anybody.
You said he wasn't looking for that. He was looking for to bring it back, and that's what I took from what you were saying. Like it didn't matter. He was trying to do quarantine radio because that would help this. And I'm saying when an artist is in, I own everything. He's doing that times 30. Like that's his thinking with everything. Hey, I'll throw a dart at that camera right there because it might bring me something back to me owning all of this shit over here. Hey, I'll go run a race with you over here because it might bring more back because I own blah 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 blah.
Great. My only question was, I was curious to see, did Quarantine Radio and everything he has going on during this pandemic affect the record that he just put out? Everything in Tory's world is perfectly
The
fine,
Temperature's
right?
Rising song?
Yes. Just curious. I haven't looked. I'm not bringing a point here. I'm just curious to see if that changed anything off the conversation we were having with Phonte.
I don't think it
See,
will.
my
though.
point to that is nothing could change it. That's what I'm saying. Whatever changes, nothing could change it for somebody who now owns all this shit. Like this is his first record.
No. You're arguing. Does it all tie together? And does it particularly matter if your first record out with your new business ventures affect your music? I think that's what you're arguing, which is fine. And yeah, Tory's in a much better place than he was before the pandemic.
No, I'm saying
just
Tory want to see the
curious
same
if-
thing you saying.
I'm just curious if it's changed. That's all.
I'm saying Tory is just as interested in what you're interested in. Whatever
Yeah, of course he
changed,
is.
I want something to change, and I want to see that change in me owning everything.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't think it
back
will,
and
though.
forth in circles.
Yeah.
I think people love the quarantine radio is a whole different audience.
I'm watching that nigga. That nigga put out a 2-minute record with a video repeating things. I bought it. I bought it.
No, it is a good
It's
record.
a 2-minute record repeating things, and I brought it.
Everything is 2 minutes
I bought it, and it's good. But who cares about that? He put a video out immediately, and an Instagram post saying, "Yeah, this is mine. Support it." I'm sure he's seen something different,
Yeah, I'm sure.
like in what's coming to him and how it's coming
Oh,
to him.
financially, I mean,
Yeah.
of course. I meant strictly numbers. No, financially, of course, he owns his own shit now.
Yeah, but the part
I
that
meant
the fans don't know is how you look at the numbers is different. Like
Much different.
that's the only reason I keep getting back to what I'm saying. I agree with everything you're saying. I only get back to this because as an artist, how you look at the numbers are different. And fans probably need to experience that too. Oh, I want to point out that fucking they're saying that the Melly kid might come home. And I'm only saying that,
saw that,
because
yeah.
he's the kid that I said I want to hear from him.
Yeah.
So,
He's dope.
He's talented.
No, he made good
I
music.
don't
He
know
definitely made good
if
music.
he's killed people and put them in his trunk and made songs about it. I don't know. But guess what? That allure helps.
Yeah.
It helps.
Unfortunately, it does. Yeah.
It helps me.
Yeah.
It helps me. Listen, same thing I say about Duke. It's different without the gang backing. I don't care what you're doing.
Right.
I don't care about
Yeah.
your girl, your fucking hair, your fucking record. Are you backed by a gang or nah?
Right.
No, I mean, Duke has
It's a shame that's. I'm
no.
serious.
Duke has
No,
watches.
it matters.
I don't know
yeah,
if you've
especially when
noticed.
you're talking that shit.
Yeah. It makes it more authentic. It makes it more.
Yeah, I can't believe that Rory was absolutely correct. That Duke would be able to come home and just rap about killing people again.
In saying all that, I wasn't happy in what I was saying. I was just aware of his fan base. His fan base ain't that.
You be right about some white people shit, man.
That's a fact.
This nigga was right.
About a Mexican.
Yo, is Sean King? What is Sean King?
He's like me.
What are you?
White. I'm white.
Do we know what Rory is?
Irish.
Irish.
Sean O'King.
Sean O'Kane.
Sean King is white.
I don't know.
I don't know.
So you don't know.
I have no idea.
Well, I want to know.
I know nothing about Sean King.
Same.
You stupid. That's how the internet makes you feel. They feel like if you don't know about these
certain
people,
yeah,
Yeah.
you're stupid.
you're dumb.
Like, where have you been?
No, I don't know
living?
anything about this guy.
Yeah, are you dumb, stupid, or dumb?
I felt dumber after I heard that.
If I was Remy, I would 100% be charging people for saying, "Are you dumb?"
I'm with you.
I done heard Duke say it, and then heard Hove say it, and then heard my husband say it. Nah, pay me.
Your husband said it?
Papoose.
Oh, her husband.
That's what. Rory,
he was speaking
it's
from her.
not 2022 yet.
You still got some time. You still got some time.
Rory dying for me to come out. Look, Rory want to go with me.
No, so I can support you.
He want to know how soon you want
Wanna
to
go-
Yeah, Rory want to know what type of guys I'm into. Fuck out of here, nigga. I ain't dating no white nigga.
Safari, clearly, you're on his OnlyFans.
Yo, if I told y'all what Safari was doing on OnlyFans,
I don't want to
I
know.
don't want to know. Yeah.
I don't. I don't want to know. I'm cool.
girls I know tell me.
I don't want to know.
No, that's cool. You got the leak.
Girls I know.
Yeah, yeah.
Look.
He gave you the
Girls
code.
I know
You got the
tell me.
Safari Mega Link folder? Yo, nah, you don't have the Mega Link
He got
folder.
he got the free promotion code. He didn't need the Mega Link folder.
Oh, nah, Safari sent them the video
he
direct
say, yo,
to the phone. Like, yo, what you think?
Yo, what you think about
Friends,
this?
Can I
friends
come
and
back to
family.
music
Should I
after
put
this?
this one out?
Friends and family discount.
Should I put this one out?
Joe's executive producing the OnlyFans.
I'll fight all of you niggas at the same
Yo, who you
time.
calling? Oh, my God.
Mo, you know how
Yo, y'all gotta stop looking at my phone while I'm producing. Look.
This is about to be a nag. He ain't gonna answer.
Nah,
What if
come
he's shooting
on,
something?
Safari, answer. What if he shoots? Don't do
He's
that.
shooting content.
Don't do that part.
His hands
busy.
His hands is greasy.
I'll call Erica,
His hands are so
nigga.
big.
He's running a whole production
his hands
company
are
right now.
All right, Safari don't want to
His
answer.
hands is greasy.
Right. Yo, Mo, don't say that.
His hands are greasy.
Tough to answer a phone.
Yeah.
Yo, you know what's funny though? All right, hypothetically,
Always.
Here we
Am
go.
I hearing a dial tone?
I hung up.
I don't hear
No, it's
anything.
over. Yeah, it's just your ears, nigga.
I swear I hear dial tone.
Hypothetical question here.
You just had
Look at Mo
Yeah,
Get the
with
fuck
the
outta
Safari
here, man.
intuition.
Fuck out of here, man.
Oh, y'all are sick.
That's better.
Yeah, Safari. This is Joe Budden from the JBP. How do you do,
What the hell is that? What's good?
Safari? Listen to me for 2 seconds, man. I try to put my, when you love people, you try to put them on the good shit. You know what I mean?
God.
So I came to my podcast, Safari, and I tried to put my co-hosts, Parks, Maul, and Rory, on to some of the exclusive content that you've been giving out on OnlyFans, right? Now, I didn't tell them what you were doing because they would call me gay. But I told them that you was giving it up, and they didn't believe me. So I put you on the phone so you could be present when I ask them this question. Here it goes. I'm asking Rory, Maulicious.
No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
Not Maulicious.
No, I'm
All right,
not.
forget it. Maul,
Malicious.
just Maul then.
Okay.
Parksalicious. Fellas, how much money would need to be deposited to your OnlyFans account? Now, this is with relationship.
Right.
Because he's in a relationship. He's married. For you to masturbate
Oh my God.
on your OnlyFans account and keep your relationship. Who's ill?
Nah.
Nah. What? Safari,
baby,
don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. We put these niggas right on the spot, these tough guys.
Married.
Yeah, let me hear. I'm waiting to hear the number.
Married and keep your relationship.
You have to keep your relationship.
Well, where is Shorty at with the whole thing?
What do you mean? Where's Shorty? Ain't no Shorty, nigga. It's you on your OnlyFans.
Yeah, but she's
Yeah,
got
but she's aware.
No,
of
girl
my
with me?
OnlyFans.
Is she with me or this is like a solo
No, this
vid?
is you
Am I doing this in private?
No. Your significant other is aware that this is happening. Erica knows what Safari's giving up on his Instagram, on his OnlyFans, and she is.
Yeah, are you filming that, bro? Safari, what you doing over here?
Wait, no, she knows what he's filming.
All right, but see, the only thing is, do I have, because Safari is coming from music, and I feel like if you're coming from the music industry doing that, it's very hard for you to come back to music as a guy after doing that.
See, and
So
Safari,
if I'm just a regular nigga,
Yo, let me tell you something.
not
They
making
said it
music
would be
for
hard for
fellas.
me to come back from a lot of things that I came back from. And I come back making more money than the niggas who said I wouldn't come back from it.
well,
so
Safari,
I'm gonna
listen.
always come back.
Safari, listen to this, and that is the point that's why you're kind of a great example of what we've been talking about. What we've been talking about on here has been artists, musicians that maybe find themselves in a difficult time because of the global pandemic,
start jerking.
who are not able to make all the money they're used to making, but because of their likeness and their reputation, there's certain shit they won't do. Like they won't get on OnlyFans, period,
Right.
because they're a musician. You now,
because
you
they
are a
caught up-
musician who seems to be making way more money on OnlyFans than you've made, period. You don't look like you're abandoning this.
Oh no, I'm definitely not. As a matter of fact, I have a video shoot on Thursday.
Come on, man, air horn.
wait, what's
I
that?
got
Like an OnlyFans video shoot or a music video?
Nah,
shoot?
I got a video shoot for a new song I'm doing. So you know what I'm saying.
thought
So
he meant
that's I'm still doing what I got to do. You know.
These gentlemen,
But you gotta think about it too.
yet. They ain't
Yeah,
answered me
it's
yet, though.
Yeah, let me hear the answer.
Yeah, they haven't answered me.
I mean, listen. I send Hammer videos to chicks I fuck with
For free.
So it's like, but I just don't.
But
I don't know.
OnlyFans is people watching, and you're private.
Right.
So what would it cost?
It's a lot. It would cost a lot.
You talking about the lump sum of
Safari
per
said.
month?
Safari said he over 250. He's over 250 doing this.
Oh, I got 250 to beat off on camera.
So if you get 250,
Yeah, I got 250 to beat off. A quick beat off vid on camera. Yeah, 250.
That's a good payday.
Well, what if they leak your vid?
All right.
I got
Yo,
250.
Joe, are you listening to me? Are you listening to me?
Yeah.
Do you know what that leak did for my shit? I'm not even going to tell you the boost because you're recording, but I'll tell you later. The leak, it helps tremendously.
Some nasty combos off camera.
Tell me the boost.
Hey,
Hey, but wait, hey, Safari, this is where it get tricky. And I'm hanging up on you, but this is where it get tricky. You ready?
Yeah.
You would never let Erica do none of that. Exactly.
Not
Exactly.
really. I ain't gonna lie.
Your wife is just a G, nigga. Your wife is a G. You would never let that happen, and neither would none of us in here.
You know what? But look, check this out. I'm not even saying it. I'm just waiting to announce it. But when I announce it, then you're gonna talk about it on your next episode. All right? I can't wait to let you know about it. I can't wait to let them know. I can't wait.
This nigga.
Yo, y'all not even peeping the greatness that Safari is giving them right after Beenie Man and them.
Nah.
Nah, for real.
They set the tone.
Elephant Man, Beenie Man, Safari Man.
Yeah, come on,
man.
son. Yo,
Come on,
Joe,
man.
I
These
can't
niggas-
wait.
these niggas don't
wait till
know,
you
man.
see Joe. Pause.
Wait. All right, Safari, I gotta go, man. Hang it up. Bye. Oh, wait.
That nigga just
Wait
said-
till you see.
Wait till you see.
He's giving you something special, Joe.
Wait, so you paid for the DM on the OnlyFans? You definitely paid for the
Till
DM.
you see. You
Joe
and
gonna be hype.
You and Safari are disgusting.
Joe might be on there. You know when the chicks bring a friend on OnlyFans.
They be the nigga in there with the mask on.
Safari brought Joe.
Joe's doing features again for the brown bag.
It's a nasty brown bag.
Yo, Safari sounds like he is.
my God.
He is loving that shit.
Yo,
man.
can I just tell y'all, pause, but I really love my friendship with Safari.
Y'all have a weird
I
friendship, man.
I do. Hey,
Wait till you see it.
hey, one time I had this chick. I had a girl, but I had a chick. A friend.
Right.
Of course.
No, always.
We know what you're talking about.
I get it.
It's
No,
you.
Talking to me.
It's you.
You're a friendly guy.
Come on.
Talking to me.
Yo, why we can't be friendly no more in
No,
relationships?
that doesn't happen. No.
Anyway, I had a chick, but I had a friend. And Safari had the crib. He had the crib in like Fort Lee, so it's close enough to the hood. Like, do what you gotta do, and then skate back home real quick, right? So I put this girl over there because Safari had the fucking creep spot, and the fucking stupid whore wanted to fuck him.
Wait, instead of you on the link up?
Could you believe it?
She wanted to fuck him instead of you?
Damn. You brought her to fuck?
Joe's a good friend, man.
Yo, I am here to pod today. I like 100 million.
Or 250.
Yeah, no.
Or a million. 1,000.
All right, hold on. Let me add up the amount of beat off videos for 250 it would take to get to that 100 million.
Beating off for 6 years.
Look.
Every
Now
day.
you niggas don't want to share about the time you wanted to bag a girl and she wanted your friend, right?
That's happened, of course.
Don't worry about it. I mean,
No, but it's only funny because you saying that y'all was supposed to like.
Beat at the creep
Yeah,
spot,
you
but,
sealed the
but
deal.
she
Yeah,
wanted
she wanted
the
to-
creep at the creep spot.
Yeah, but the Joe Budden, to add to the situation, and for the listeners that don't know, the adding Joe Budden means
You're
adding
famous.
adding
And
this
a celebrity.
No.
Okay.
No, the exact opposite.
You're a celebrity.
No. It means adding the scenario that would never happen.
Right.
It means adding the most unlikeliest of things to occur, and when you Joe Budden it, that thing occurs. Dumbass Safari was none the wiser that chick wanted to fuck him. So the whole night I'm chasing her and she's chasing him.
That sounds like a funny ass night.
Yo, come here.
Nah.
No, I'm in his room. He didn't invite you there. Wait, what are you doing?
That's hilarious.
All right,
And I
come
can
on.
see
I'm done
oblivious
oversharing. I'm done oversharing.
Safari being like, yo, you want to listen to my music?
Safari, he's so oblivious. He's so,
No, I can
and he
picture
did
it.
try to play his songs. He might have tried to play his own shit.
Holy shit.
Oh, all right.
Why wouldn't he let Erica do that?
Because
Come on. I'm not doing
It's
this.
his wife. I'm not going to talk about that.
I'm not doing this with you, and I'm not
Why?
even talking about this. Because niggas are not letting their wife do things. do things. That sounds horrible, but y'all know what I'm saying. Mo, you are not even the guy that proposed this question. You got to
I know, but I'm just saying if he's doing it, it's like
if somebody let their wife
I've never
do that,
even seen this type of scenario before where the dude is busting it open, but his wife can't. Like, what type of shit is this?
I have a lot of respect for Erica. I do.
She's
Honestly.
a G.
Honestly, like before this information even comes to Front Street,
We're gonna skip over.
Erica's a G.
Just said that Safari is busting it open.
The equivalent of it, he beating off on video. That's busting it open.
It's open, yeah.
Yeah. Fam, if you could beat off of somebody and get $250.
I said where I stood on it. I've done more for less.
I'm just saying. I'm more so talking about you having a wife.
There's a lot of niggas out there that are accustomed to jumping high when the ceiling is lower, and that's all I'm gonna say.
No, you're right.
That's a fact.
Hey, some of you niggas jump through the moon when the ceiling is lower. Hey, I know what y'all niggas would do for $250.
Oh yeah. For sure.
$250 ain't jumping a pandemic.
No, not at all.
Are you kidding me?
In a non-pandemic.
$250 is great during non.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
To just touch yourself, like
To do that every night.
yeah. Just do it for free.
Yeah, just add in a lighting rig.
Do a series.
I'm just saying, being married and
I'd be
not
wanting to
your
just
wife.
randomly do it mid conversation with motherfuckers, but Louis C.K.
Well, I was about to
thing.
say, yeah, Louis kind of killed that one.
Some girls are into that shit, man.
Yeah.
I think that was Louis' point, but he never got it out there.
Yeah. Didn't
Well,
work
no,
out.
he did that shit with people that changed their
That
minds.
weren't into that.
Yeah.
That's not his version of that story. They were,
I don't.
In
it's
his
not-
version, they were very much into it, and
Joe,
later
I
they
have
changed their
nothing
minds.
else to say on this topic
Oh.
for the rest of eternity.
Oh, God. Why? You sent me the new Louis C.K. stand-up, said, hey, he's killing it.
This is a classic.
No, I didn't mean the Louis C.K.
You
stand-up
said,
special.
hey, his women bits are killing. I said, Rory, are you sure I can support this? He's like, nah, I pay for it from his website. I've never stopped following him, and you should watch it.
The guy's great.
Yeah.
He's a great guy.
Them bitches was wildin', you said.
I've had to wear my cape this entire podcast.
Right.
I had you make up a satchel story that never happened. I've never said the word satchel in my life. And now I have to live and die on the Louis C.K. You know? It's fine. I'm here for it.
Oh, all right, come on. Order in the court. Order in the culture.
State it.
Don't do that. All right. What else is there to talk about, man? I'm gonna get me $100 million.
Oh, your homie came out and broke her silence.
No, we talked about Azealia already.
Your other homie.
How many homies I got?
You got homies. You got a lot of homies.
Those is your homies. Those is your homies.
Well, who's my new homie?
By the way,
Wait, what?
Yeah.
It's your homie.
Yes,
I
you.
know nothing
That's you.
about this girl.
Yeah.
Still your
That's
homie.
you.
This is a baby. This is like a kid. It's like my
still your
daughter.
homie. Still your homie.
no, you Joe Cat.
Yo,
You're
your
definitely part of
your
that vibe.
entire views about hip hop change when your kid is almost 20.
I could
Absolutely.
imagine.
I just want to tell y'all
I could
that.
imagine that would be that way.
That's why I can't, like, I want y'all to have kids so bad. Just because he'll be off some of this music he's listening to.
I'm off without kids. So I know. Trust me.
Listen, we did a really piss poor job of reporting whatever Doja Cat was going through during the last pod.
It happened at the end of
Yeah, we
when
no
we were
excuse.
recording. We didn't know what was
No
going on.
excuse.
We was
No
done
excuse.
recording.
We still didn't know what was going on.
It is no excuse.
It's irresponsible if we just talk some shit about something
We
we
are
don't know about.
irresponsible.
That's a
And as this story continued to develop,
We're also on a journey. We're out of town.
Yeah, man. Come on.
Yeah.
I couldn't read as is.
last podcast wasn't the greatest of times for us to be up on things.
No.
No.
I just love
Or
the fact,
for us to receive information. Like,
Not at all.
I just love the fact she said she's been using public chat rooms to socialize since she was a child. Why are you a child in public chat rooms?
That's what the kids is doing, man.
she's a child now, still.
How old is Doja Cat?
A child.
24? She's not a child, man.
I'm sure not.
She's young.
She's young.
Not a child, but she's young. But
Last podcast, we
I-
underreported that Doja Cat was doing some racially insensitive things on platforms that we weren't all the way aware of. And
That's
because we don't give a fuck about Doja Cat, we didn't really care about the story. When that's wrong. That is inaccurate. And while we do not give two fucks about Doja Cat, we do have to care when these type of things occur. I didn't know the gravity of her behavior. So Doja Cat was on the Tiny Chat forums with mad, quote unquote, racist-y white people. This was only Tiny Chat, right? That's all I saw.
I wouldn't say racist-y. Just racist.
Racist, yeah. You don't gotta sweeten it.
Yeah. Throw
You
in
gotta put
the,
no cut on it.
Oh, did
throw
they-
in the wild
did-
ER and
did
something.
they
You
say-
might just be racist.
Well, even in Doja Cat's apology,
She
the
said it
way
wasn't
that
that.
she uses curse words is racist to me.
Okay.
Like, I don't ever want to hear motherfucker.
Hard R. A lot of hard
Hard.
R's.
Like,
hard R.
that's not. And again, listen, I don't know anything about Doja Cat. Like,
No, me neither.
all jokes aside,
Yeah, me either.
I don't know.
Couple good records.
I don't even know that. I know that she made "Bitch I'm a Cow," and I totally washed that out of my brain.
Right.
And then people started championing her, and now she has a #2 record on Billboard. So this is important when labels decide to make you important. But this was no. She apologized, and I mean, let me read this. I want to address what's been happening on Twitter. I've used public chat rooms to socialize since I was a child. I shouldn't have been on some of those chat room sites, but I personally have never been involved in any racist conversations. I'm sorry to everyone that I offended. I am a black woman. See, and that's the other thing. Some of these people, I don't be knowing what the fuck they are. Like, all right, cool. I'm a black woman. Half of my family is black from South Africa, and I'm very proud of where I come from. It didn't sound that way in some of these older clips, but it's cool. As for the old song that's resurfaced, it was in no way tied to anything outside of my own personal experience. It was written in response to people who often use the term to hurt me. I made an attempt to flip its meaning, and she's talking about that term dindu right now.
Yeah.
Reading this story is the first time I had ever even heard that term
never seen
and
it.
learned
Never heard
the
of that
meaning
before
of
either.
it. But it is derogatory. It is a racial slur. But recognized that it was a bad decision to use the term in my music. I understand my influence and impact, and I'm taking this all very seriously. I love you all, and I'm sorry for upsetting or hurting any of you. That's not my character. That is your character. And I'm determined to show.
Don't do that. You don't know that.
I don't know her, so you're right.
Don't do that.
And I'm determined to show that to everybody moving forward. Thank you. Then that apology clearly was not enough, and then she did a video apology.
Oh, I didn't see
where-
that.
Well, no, she was on live. I just saw the clips. I think these are clips from a live.
Yo, if all of y'all never go on live again, I'll be cool with it.
What about Cup of Joe?
I stopped it.
I thought maybe we'd come back. I thought maybe you were trying to find Powered by Cash App or something.
No, I already proved proof of concept. I'm not going to keep giving you something for free when I've already proven the concept
Talk your
of it.
shit. I like it.
I'm going back after I got a bag, and we'll do this the right way. I'm not
I like
just
it.
doing free shit.
Good for you.
This girl, though, the public apologies never really sound like an apology.
Ever.
All right, the clips I saw.
Do y'all have publicists?
No, I think the addressed type out thing was the publicist. To me, this was her.
Man, get this.
That's all.
Well, somebody add something.
All right, on her live, the clips that I did see, she was saying that wasn't a white supremacist chat. Anytime people come in there with racial slurs, they get thrown out right away. Y'all saw just a clip of it. That's not what that was. I'm a kinky chick. Like, that's the type of shit I like, but not to racial stuff. That's weird. I've never even thought about that in my entire life. And she went on. But to that specific subject, that's what she was saying. That chat wasn't that. I'd like to expound on this, but again, I'm with y'all. I don't know much about this girl or this situation for
the
that
story.
matter.
Yeah.
But I did see all her apologies. Clearly, that wasn't enough for people, and they don't believe her who are fans or were fans of her. So I don't know what to tell y'all.
I mean, it's hard to believe because you start to feel like you're only apologizing because people found the video and
The internet makes
It
things hard to
resurfaced.
fucking believe.
yeah.
It really does. That's
So-
a big problem in today's world. Is what do we believe on the internet?
Yeah.
And this is
Either way, I mean, this is something that I'm sure people will either move on from or not fuck with her anymore. Either way, it's up to the people.
Yeah, I was never like the biggest Doja Cat fan, so it doesn't really. I'm not gonna stop listening to her music because I never started listening to her music
Right.
really. Outside of "Bitch I'm a Cow."
I've turned my leaf on Lizzo, by the way.
Oh yeah,
Just telling y'all.
tell us more.
Tell us about the leaf.
What color is it?
her at the Laker game had rubbed me the wrong way, but the more she posts her ass now, I like it.
You like her ass or the
You
post?
like her ass now.
I'm asking you. You just coming in, just shooting the ball like that. I'm asking you what you trying to accomplish.
Forget it. We can't even play horse. You can't even just get a shot off and just you do it and then we leave.
I know you said you like it, like
Around the world, something.
Yeah, like I said, don't worry. Look at Lizzo. I fuck with Lizzo, man. I do. You know what it did? You know what did it for me? I'll say this with all jokes aside. When Puff was doing the raise money thing.
So it's a Puff thing.
it's a bad boy thing. No,
My
we
bad.
get
I
it.
didn't know Puff made the call.
It's a bad boy thing.
That's cool. It's like Slim said 1,000 times during the 112
Yeah.
Jagged Edge battle. Bad boy, bad boy.
It's a bad
Ciroc.
Yeah.
When Puff was raising money and his sons played the wrong song and then Puff came and stopped her from twerking, how she responded to that moment, for me, humanized her. And I understood a little more of her stance just regarding her weight and flaunting her shit. Like, I understood a little more. It's not that she's this arrogant, fuck y'all, I'm a big bitch and y'all gonna deal with it. Like, she has respect for people. It's just she's proud of herself. And I appreciated that, so I've turned my leaf on Lizzo. That's all.
no,
Wait. When did we ever say that we didn't know that she was proud of who she was and that old thing? I just don't like her music.
No, I did.
That's where I've stood on it all the time.
I just didn't think going to a Lakers game.
And I
with
thought
your
it was
ass out
nasty that they did it at the Laker game.
That was inappropriate. It's
nasty to
kids.
me.
Yeah, it's like kids there. You can't do that at the Lakers game.
It's true, but that's 100% true, and I agree with that. But the kids don't know what kids shouldn't do, and I know y'all going to say that the 21, 22, 23, 24 is not a kid. But anytime I think about killing one of these 24-year-olds, I instantly now, I didn't used to do this, but now I go back to what I was doing at that age, and they always win.
Well, Lizzo is not.
I had
24 years old,
all
by
of
the
them
way.
beat. How old is she?
30 something. Yeah, she's older than me. I think.
Please, got her beat there too. At 31, 32.
No. I'm just saying that she's not in her early 20s.
At 32,
At
you
32,
don't have
you
to wear
should
your
know not
ass
to go
out
butt ass to
at
a Laker game.
At the Garden. You wouldn't have your ass out at the Garden at 32 years old.
I'm not. No, I wouldn't.
That's what I'm saying.
No, I would not. However,
Time and place for everything.
However, I wasn't 32 trying to break into an industry and gain an audience either. Like, again, what some of these people, not kids, what some of these people have to do in attempt to gain audience will be viewed away by the onlookers, us.
Yeah, I mean,
because we're not, Maul, you're not trying to gain audience nowhere.
Right.
You have an audience.
Right.
But nowhere are you in a predicament where you try to gain one. Rory either.
No, but what
Parks either.
But what I'm saying is
keep
you
my ass in my
can't.
pants.
You can't.
Yeah, I was gonna.
We have the
Prior
luxury-
to no
we,
fan
we
base,
can
I
do
would've.
what we want.
Yeah,
you know
but
why?
Joe, there was a
'Cause we're
time-
not trying to acquire a different audience.
Yeah, but you still have to. In trying to acquire something, you can't just jump out the window and play yourself.
She also had hit records by the time
Before that.
She
took her
was
ass
super.
Yeah.
She was sitting courtside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't like she was in the
Yeah.
upper deck ass naked.
And the term,
Which is more appropriate.
And the term all
Up there would
press,
have been fine.
and the term all press is good press does come from somewhere. It comes from somewhere.
Yeah. Okay.
No. That's. I still stand by that to some degree. I
But
can.
you
Just,
have
I
to-
can just also say I don't want to see anyone's ass at a Laker game.
Right.
It's not a weight thing. It's not even what your ass look like.
Right.
If one of the chicks y'all deemed to be the baddest pulled her ass out on courtside at a Laker game, I'd say you're nuts.
Right.
Put your ass away.
Yeah.
You're at a Laker game.
It just wasn't appropriate.
I'm all over the place today, but just rock with me. Oh, come on. Give me something good. I heard something. I want to confirm it. Come
Chatty
on.
Patty.
I've become a little chatty patty. lately.
You are. It's cool.
It's true.
As
I
long
enjoy it.
as you embrace it.
I don't embrace it, but I mean, come on, boo.
Is that
I
Lizzo?
heard something. I wanted to check. I wanted to call Kaiser. I know he would never answer, and he would never confirm it on this podcast. But I had heard
Oh my God.
that there's some restructuring of Cardi B's contract up there at Atlantic.
Oh yeah.
You think Kaiser would talk about that on the Joe Budden podcast?
I don't think he would. But if you just look at everything Cardi B, it matches the story.
Restructuring how?
I hate when you do that.
to add detail into what you're talking about instead of one broad statement that means nothing when you ask us to deep dive on a podcast. We don't talk about anything.
Because restructuring, Rory, I'm talking to you and your brand. You're damn near in the music business, so you know what I'm saying. I don't know what she's going for exactly, so I can't tell you the restructuring how. But do I think she and Roddy Ricch are happy with their original terms of their contract?
God, no.
No, and I don't think they're giving anything else.
It's like a rookie contract when you won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Like,
yeah. Who calling my phone, yo?
Joseph, what's really good?
Kaiser, how are you, man? Listen, I'm live on air, so watch what you say. I wanted to. I know. But listen, you don't have to even answer anything right now. You don't even have to answer shit. I just want to run something that I heard by you, and your non-answer will tell
about
me.
Me?
No.
About me?
Never about you. Okay. No, give a fuck about you. Listen to this.
Right.
There are rumblings in the street.
Rumblings.
Yes.
Which is my new favorite word, rumbling. There are rumblings in the street of Cardi B attempting to restructure her contract with you fine people up there. Oh, it's true, y'all.
It's true. All right, Cos, good talking to you. Going through good talking to you, man. Thanks for calling in, Cos. I appreciate that, man.
Cardi is a superstar.
Look. Hey, Kaiser, why won't Spotify say that to us?
Listen to me. Cardi is a superstar, and we're going to treat her as such. Okay?
Period.
Did you give Cardi a vacation?
That's it. Hey, you hear Cardi? Period, nigga.
She will be well taken care of.
Hey, what about Roddy?
She'll be well taken care of.
Hey, what about Roddy?
And that's all. That's my word. She will be well taken care of.
And Roddy too, right?
1,000%.
Hey, you better fucking believe it. Oh man, all right. Okay. Yeah, that's all I wanted to know.
Cardi's in good hands.
Yeah,
Team Atlantic.
Okay. Yeah, listen, no, I know y'all doing the right thing. Y'all better, goddammit.
Team Atlantic.
I have a choice.
We love Cardi B. We love Cardi B. Okay.
I love you, guys. I hit you later, bro.
All right, bro.
Yo, I just want to know.
Well taken care of.
Cardi is a superstar
in good hands.
and will be treated as such.
Yeah,
hey, they still negotiate.
Just got off the call with her lawyer.
Yo, do y'all forget it, man.
We're gonna learn more about the next Cardi post though. Her next post gonna tell us a lot. It's gonna tell us a lot.
Yo, Memorial Day, and I didn't ask you brothers how your Memorial Day was, but Memorial Day, like I was hit by Cupid in the house, like the love bug.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Oh, is that why you wore the shirt?
See who else, Rory? Who else he taking the culture?
Aw. Brought his weekend to the pod.
Oh, Joey.
Tell us about it, man.
Come on, don't call me Joey.
That's your name.
Was it Safari?
You back to Malicious. Back to Malicious. No, listen, on Memorial Day, we were trapped in the house. Everything closed. You can't really go anywhere. You can't really celebrate. It was a few people out in the streets, like a little bit of traffic.
Mad people.
It was a little bit of traffic out there. But what I noticed in the culture, it's a lot of niggas celebrating love and having a blast. They are having a grand old time. That's what really made me want to call Kaiser and ask about Cardi restructuring her contract. Because Cardi has been looking blissfully happy with her husband.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I like that shit. Not only do them two look happy, Quavo and Sweetie look happy. Every fucking the baby got back with his fucking baby mom. Everybody looks happy. It's only us that's miserable.
But Joe, I mean, they're not going nowhere. People can't travel. They can't move around. Can't do shows.
Nah,
so what are they supposed to look like?
I want to know what a relationship feels like when both of y'all are primed to make fucking $10 million the next year. I want to know what that looks like. Because that's what I'm watching. These niggas is dancing.
That's
like, what is there to beef about when we got $10 million coming next year?
Yeah.
Honestly. Look, Cardi, I got a new tattoo. Look, I never even seen this
something.
dance move. I've been to Lust mad times. Never seen this dance. Look, this is awesome. I like the state of the love that is in hip hop. I only bring it up because as one of the guys that was championing like having a girlfriend back when in hip hop you had to hide a girlfriend.
And when somebody like
it was mad at y'all. We don't talk about that era enough. When you had to hide your girlfriend
That era,
because of your fan base. It wasn't too long ago.
It wasn't an era. It was hip hop.
Right.
It just changed.
Yeah, but to see where hip hop is now,
No,
like,
now
it is
that
fucking.
that ups your shit.
It's
You gotta
beautiful, man. It's beautiful. So I really appreciate seeing all these people fucking blissfully in love. I do. So just wanted to highlight that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Love and
Rory,
hip-hop. What do you know?
Rory, huh?
I said love and hip hop. What do you know?
Who would have thought of that title?
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Who else with you?
Mona who?
Jonah.
Mogan.
Mogan.
Fucking Mona and Rogan.
First of all, Joe Rogan could never do Swizz, Phonte, Safari, and Michael Kaiser on his podcast at one time. Just want to note that.
No, he's just Elon Musk smoking weed.
You got
That's all.
100 mil. You can do it. Hey, you come through. I got some money for you. You come through. I got some money for you. Hey, you come through.
The niggas will be up there.
Oh, yeah.
Safari said, y'all just beat off on camera. I'll definitely take the pod.
Let me wash my hands, and I'm on my way.
Yo, if y'all knew the things that Safari was doing,
I don't want to know.
mean either. Women I know keep telling me. Like, it's not me. I know y'all.
Tell the women to stop
you keep-
reporting that to you. Tell them you don't wish to hear.
What's your
that.
question after they say it? Or what's your statement like? How was your response?
You lying. Nah. Not Ree.
Not Ree is craziness, man. You can't abbreviate the Safari to Ree. Not Ree.
You can't be Ree?
No. There's a Ree already. There's one Ree.
Not Scaff Beezy.
Joe's in
Y'all
a
are
different
dumb.
Navy.
We should be playing sleepers right now, but there's more things to talk about.
There's
Rory
there's
has
more
not.
shit.
Back to Rory Cape Town. Sean King, your white brethren, is stealing money and raising money.
Stealing it while he's raising it?
He is raising money and stealing money.
No, I helped him with his-
D-Ray has
helped him
been
with his
telling y'all
taxes.
about Sean King for the last 7 years. Y'all ignore him until the nigga steals some more money. Now, I never followed Sean King. Ever. Know why? He just looks funny.
Like he looks funny as far as his moves he's making?
Yeah, don't like. Listen, I was a big Joel Osteen guy.
Joel?
When those floods happened in Houston, and he was like, "Nah." I was like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah.
Wait, for real? Changed my scope of him forever. Here comes Sean King. I purposely ignored him forever because his moves looked funny to me. Then here comes Rihanna fucking endorsing him, and I endorse her. So know what I said when she endorsed him? Maybe I should follow him, but I won't. And I didn't.
Okay.
And then D-Ray reported on how he was trying to raise money, Sean King, back for, Ferguson or one of these shits he was trying to raise money for, and then mad people that worked for him said that the money didn't go there, and we never found out what happened to the money. But I'm not an activist, and I'm not smart, so I couldn't talk about it. So I didn't. And here we are again with Sean King raising money and keeping it. So this says, article from some shit that
NY
Scream Man
Post.
pulled up. New
NY
York Post. He
Post.
loves New York Post. Racist ass Post. Activist journalist Sean King's latest costly flailing venture has renewed accusations. See, I want to be that white, where accusations about me can be renewed.
Yeah.
And just at the blink, drop of a dime, everything cool. Venture has renewed accusations about his handling of the funds he raised in the name of social justice, according to a report Tuesday. Do we need to read any more of this?
No, you can
King,
skip down.
a former New York City newspaper columnist who gained national fame during the Black Lives Matter movement, all but botched his recent online attempt to recreate aboltionist Frederick Douglass's newspaper, while he said he had the Douglass's family's consent, by the way, to add to that. The North Star, while the venture pulled in between 60 grand and $625,000 a month, depending on
That
various
range.
figures.
Look at the range of that.
Yeah.
Fam.
Yeah.
Depending on various
between-
figures that King
Yeah.
gave to the Daily
Yeah.
Beast.
King is now trying to raise money online for a daily video news broadcast, something he'd pledged under his struggling North Star venture and already supposedly raised money for, the outlet said. The move has led critics to again question, black people don't get that luxury, to again question what King does with the money he raises, end quote. The end. Rory defended.
I mean,
Rory King.
you know, Sometimes with taxes, it depends if you made 60,000 versus 600,000.
Yeah.
Sometimes that zero can get confusing. People have typos
Yeah,
within their business managers. So yeah, I totally get it, man. That's the best I could do.
Well, good job.
Yeah, sometimes you don't carry the zero. That's all.
Sean King, cut that shit out, man. D-Ray gonna get you.
He's been trying. It's coming soon.
The activist battle's crazy.
No, these niggas hustling fucking hope is crazy.
That's a big fact.
But that's been a hustle. Not to say everyone in that world is hustling, but that's been a hustle.
Y'all have to stop
For
hustling
quite some
activism.
time.
But don't hustle activism. For real, don't do that. It's nasty. Just activate. Don't hustle it.
Nah, anytime there's hope in
He's
this
black.
type of thing.
He's black.
Who's Sean King?
Yeah.
Not Sean Kingston.
No, Sean King is black. Well, his mother. His mother. Listen,
Well, his father,
Once you start telling me who's what,
No. His father was white and his mother was white.
it's like
So-
the mixed girls.
No,
I'm Dominican, Puerto Rican,
No, his
Asian,
mother-
and Italian. How? Because of my dad.
his mother
Wait.
told him.
It doesn't. Wait. What's your,
His mother.
doesn't work like that.
His mother
This is
told him
past
that
100%.
his mother told him his biological father is a light-skinned black man. That's what his mother told him. That his biological father is a light-skinned black man.
My mom told me that too. Oh, he just rolled with it? He ain't go on Ancestry?
Yeah, he was just raised by his mom. Single mother.
Sean King is full of shit.
You know how many white chicks have thought some white dude with the right haircut was light skinned black dude? No, he's Puerto Rican. No, that's an Italian man, miss.
Rihanna thought Sean King was black because she met him at the Met Gala
Why was Sean King at the Met Gala?
to raise money.
Look what you're trying to raise money at the Met. Fair.
That's not where you would go to
Fair.
raise money?
No.
Hey, while I'm here just talking on a podcast that we should have ended hours ago, listen, the news really cracks me up showing footage of people cleaning trains. Nobody gonna say nothing about that?
I wish they would have been doing that.
Yeah, I think that's something that.
It only took 60 years.
Look what had to happen for some Lysol to come out.
No, instead of cleaning them, they were like, we'll just make new ones.
Right.
They didn't even clean the
do
old
that,
ones. They just
really.
brought new ones in.
Come on, y'all want to talk about Karen?
Karen's been wilding.
All of them.
Another Karen.
Another Karen.
Central Park Karen. This lady's name was Miss Cooper.
Karen.
I thought this was interesting that her last name was Cooper and the gentleman's last name was Cooper.
Oh, wow.
The black guy
didn't see
that
that.
she was Karening to. Oh, fuck.
Hold your breath.
The hiccups are so annoying.
They are
They
trash.
really are.
It can't be this old.
Karen was in Central Park. Mr. Cooper asked her to put her dog on a leash in the ramble. She refused. She then threatened to call the police on him and let the police know that an African-American man was threatening her
Stated
in the
that
midst of this.
3 times.
She got so obsessed with that she started choking out her dog.
That was another thing.
Yeah,
like
she's
you realize your
obviously-
dog is dying.
She started
over.
choking out the dog, who was a rescue dog, might I add. She
Yeah.
rescued this
Started
dog.
having flashbacks.
And then people reported her once they saw the video, and the rescue company came to get their dog.
As they should.
Not only did they come to get their dog, but apparently her job has put her on suspended leave.
She's fired.
So she
I thought
is
she was fired.
dogless.
She's fired.
Oh,
she got
she's
fired
fired.
from?
Yeah.
Good.
Oh, fired. So she's jobless and dogless for attempting to Karen.
Good.
She didn't attempt. She Karened.
Yeah, she
that was a full fledged.
Yeah,
she
she
did.
made the call.
She did, Karen, and she made the call. It's important for
There's obviously something wrong with her. You can just tell, like looking at this video. She's
Yeah,
not
racism.
yeah.
but deeper than that, it's just something.
Yo.
Something off
It's
about
deeper
her.
than that.
Yeah,
It's right there.
like she's just something is mentally wrong with this.
I know we can't hear the 911 dispatcher on the other end, but she kept repeating it, and she was being very clear in what she was saying.
Yeah.
You could tell even 911 was like, "All right, what are you talking about?"
Right.
Yeah, she's off. She's off. You could just tell something wrong with her.
No, I could just tell that she tried to weaponize our trusted public servants to kill one of us.
Yeah, of course.
Oh,
No, it's exactly what
that's
she did.
obvious.
She said it to him before the call and then said it twice on the call.
Right.
That's the part that really disturbs me. I would love to laugh along with all of this Karen, she's Karening shit, but her goal was to get this man either arrested or killed.
Yes.
And unfortunately, with the dramatic rate that continues to happen in this country, I can't just laugh when that happens. Excellent that she lost her job. Great that she lost her dog. Dog didn't seem to be in that great of care. But yeah, this is nasty. We've seen it too much. We've seen it too many times. Yeah, I want to keep this in perspective, and I don't want us to get desensitized to the seriousness of this matter because we see it a lot.
No, for sure. I mean, even saying to the gentleman, I'm going to tell the cops an African American man is trying to.
Oh, she really. She knew what she was doing.
She let him know that she knew that if I call and say you're black, it's over for you.
Mm-hmm.
Sick.
Oh, which is true because they be knowing that. They know that and they feel that way. And it's a shame that right on the tail end of this, we have the brutal murder and killing in Minneapolis. That was?
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Now, this is a video I stayed away from watching.
Yeah, I didn't watch it.
I do believe that you have to filter some of the stuff that we see just because it's really, really disturbing. All right, I should probably do something about these hiccups. One of y'all niggas read this.
Maul, you're a good reader.
That's
where we at?
Really annoying.
4 Minneapolis police officers have been fired for their involvement in the death of a black man who was held down with a knee as he protested that he couldn't breathe, officials said Tuesday. The FBI is investigating the incident, which drew widespread condemnation of the officers after a video showing part of the encounter circulated on social media. Officers responded to an alleged forgery in progress Monday evening were initially told that a person later described as the suspect was sitting on a car and appeared to be under the influence, police said. A pair of officers located the man who was at that point inside the car and who police said physically resisted the officers when ordered to get out. Officers handcuffed the man, who appeared to be suffering medical distress, according to police. He died at a hospital at a short time later.
I think you reported during this podcast that those officers were terminated.
Yeah.
They were all fired.
And that's a new finding, so we'll hit a round of applause for that. Right, let's see.
Let's just hope they're also charged.
Well, first and foremost, prayers to George Floyd and his family.
Yeah, for sure.
1,000%. I saw a Trader Truth tweet that he knew the man.
Yeah, he was from Houston.
Somebody else tweeted that they knew the man as well.
Steven Jackson. That was a close friend of his.
Yeah, so prayers and condolences to not only the victim, but anybody who might have known the man. And it's just real unfortunate. Real unfortunate. I don't think there's anything we could say that we haven't already said. And my eyes will just be glued to this, man. Hopefully some charges will be found.
How many of these stories have we reported on?
Too many.
Way too many.
It's not even this. It's the variety of the stories. Like you killed a man in his own house, in his living
It's
room,
not
watching
even a
TV.
variety, it's
You killed a kid on a playground. You killed a man selling cigarettes. You killed a man in a car with his wife and daughter. Like you just killed. You're killing men no matter what they're doing. The value of life
and women,
as this
rest in peace,
government,
Breonna Taylor.
Yes, 100%. As this government has consistently shown us during this pandemic, the value of life is just low.
Yeah,
the value of life is just low. I was talking to Parks about that outside. Like they're opening this shit back up. Hate to say this, but because the death tolls have reached something that we're cool with.
Mm-hmm. They've came out and said a few people will have to be sacrificed for us to open up. That was like a direct quote.
Yeah, so I mean, this is really unfortunate. My heart goes out to this man's family. My heart goes out to anybody that had to watch this because I do believe it pays a toll on all of us.
Yeah.
It's just sad. It's just really sad. When news like this happens, it becomes really difficult to do a podcast. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that. Like to have to come in here and speak about some of the things that you would rather filter yourself from or just stay away from or protect your soul and your consciousness from. Yeah. Like this is disgusting. Mm-hmm. It's disgusting. And I anticipate shit getting even more disgusting as 2020 plays on, man. Shit just gets real weird in election years.
Yeah.
That's my belief of things.
I mean, no, it's weird every year. They just highlight certain things to
Well, it
take
gets weirder and
advantage
weirder.
of
Yeah,
with
it's
election years.
Getting weirder and weirder and weirder and weirder.
With the
And
same results.
Even talking about how weird things are getting, for me, seems insensitive to this man that lost his life.
Yeah.
So again, heart, soul, and prayers goes out to this gentleman. I want to say his name. What was his name?
George
Floyd. Rest in peace to George Floyd. Our thoughts, prayers, concerns are with you, your family, your loved ones, and with black people.
Yeah.
Period.
Absolutely.
Was there any other really sad news? There was Breonna Taylor. There was George Floyd. There was the
Jimmy Cobb was a drummer for
Karen.
Miles Davis that passed away at 91
Yes.
of lung cancer. So rest in peace to him. Robert Ford Jr., who produced Christmas Rappin' by Curtis Blow and some other Curtis Blow singles, passed away as well. Mm-hmm. So rest in peace to those two gentlemen.
It's a good
Rest in
time
peace.
for it's a good time for that's important if we have some.
Yeah, I got some things. Let's see. This part.
What's happening?
The University of California is dropping ACT and SAT requirements for admission. I think that's really cool and important because people don't test well.
Right.
And colleges requiring SAT and ACT has not fared well for everybody, particularly minorities.
Right.
So that's a big deal. It's one of the biggest universities in the world. So I think that's pretty cool. Siri is listening to us. It has been confirmed. There's a lawsuit. They have people that actually go through and listen to all these Siri recordings of people having sex, all types of different shit. So turn off your Siri.
Never turn
if
Siri
you-
on.
Or put your ear to it. I want to hear some niggas fucking. Fuck y'all niggas sound like.
I know I talked about drive-ins, but now they're doing concert drive-ins at theaters. I think that's pretty cool. I don't know if there's much of a deep dive there, but it's an interesting model that I guess maybe may affect us at some point.
Driving
Y'all,
concerts?
Yes.
I'll be on.
No, I'm saying as performers.
I'll be on.
You won't perform in a drive-in concert?
No, I'm not performing anywhere ever again.
No, I'm saying, but we tour.
That's a little weird
I'm not
because
doing
what if they not liking the show and they just start honking their horn?
That would be trash.
I'm not doing a live podcast at a drive-in meetup.
No?
What if it's
No.
at Yankee Stadium? They're trying to put one there.
I wouldn't do that.
You said you're never performing again.
Yankee Stadium would be nice, but I'm just talking about a drive-in. Like, I'm not.
It would be a
doing
weird concept. I agree with you.
Yeah, I'm
that. It's
not-
already
yeah,
weird
it's not
enough
gonna
doing
work.
a live podcast in front of people.
Yeah.
Let alone
now you
headlights.
get
Now
to
you're in your
give them
cars.
their car.
Yeah.
Nigga, can I bring my car? Beep beep.
yeah, so weird.
I read an article about music revenue being down 25%, but they do have long-term growth projections for the music industry, specifically in music publishing. Although they are concerned that there will be a cap once a certain amount of people all subscribe to the DSPs. But it was interesting. NASA's trying to make rules for the moon. They're going to fly people to the moon, but NASA is setting up rules, and everything is cool if you abide by the rules. If you do not, they will shoot
Kick
you
you
in
off the
space.
moon. They will kick you off the moon.
They will kick you off the moon.
Got you.
Oh, like Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I dig it.
Yeah, just make sure your dog is on a leash.
Yeah.
Scientists made a mouse that's 4% human.
Wait, excuse me.
Scientists made a mouse with 4%
Scientists be
human
wildin'.
genes. Yeah, they're
That's
wild.
what they're doing with our data.
That's what they did with my blood from the
Man.
antibody test.
Making mice.
They made a mouse.
they've been looking over the DMCA rules, which kind of allowed everything that's happening on the internet to happen.
What DMC said?
No, they've been.
He's been doing a lot since Run's house.
DMC, man.
He saw that reality show and said,
Whoa.
set my legacy.
It's basically the law that allowed all of the DSPs and websites in the world to exist, because otherwise they could get sued for selling music. But that's only benefited the major companies and not
Of course.
creators.
Of course.
So they're reviewing them
Review.
Yeah.
They're gonna review for
We'll
a
see
few
what comes
years.
of
See,
it.
that's
years.
one of the things that I'm willing to talk about after we get 100.
Right.
Let's
But
tackle
before
that.
then, I'm just.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll just watch it from afar.
They not giving you 100 if you talk about that.
They're not giving me 100 for nothing. Was that everything?
That's all I got.
Hey!
I think Tyson got an offer, like a real offer to fight.
Bare knuckle.
Yeah, $20 million.
What do y'all think about that?
I would not fight.
I mean, for Mike, it's because he was never a real big on technicality. So I think if he fights somebody his age,
Okay, wait. Let me.
it's dangerous for the person because Mike is still
Stop.
has
It's a
power.
bare knuckle fight, too.
Yeah, Mike will knock
stop,
somebody.
You know
the
how
fuck out.
dangerous a bare knuckle fight to
Everyone
that
stop.
magnitude
Everyone
is?
stop. Everyone stop. Everyone stop. Everyone stop. I'm not asking y'all about what y'all think of the bare knuckle aspect of Mike Tyson fighting for $20 million. I'm asking y'all as people who have sat before Mike Tyson, like, and heard him speak about how he was when he fought.
Shook, no.
So-
Shook his hand for a whole minute while photos were going, and he wouldn't let go of my hand.
Like we looked,
and
we
my
looked
heart
him in
started
his
racing.
eye, and I walked away with a different take about Mike Tyson. So I don't feel like 20 million is enough for the man that I spoke to go back to the horror that he depicts it as.
Yeah, no, I was joking around, but
He
seriously,
says he hated himself and he was afraid of himself and what he would do to himself and other people. He says he was a great boxer because he was so afraid of things.
Yeah.
He seems like he's in such a great space now, though it does look like he's training to fight somebody.
Yeah.
He said,
So
he said the Battle Warriors called
so-
him out again. He said it, the Battle Warriors. So
Is the new Mike Tyson in a healthy enough place to be able to fight and be okay? And if if the answer to that is not yes, then I don't care what they're offering him.
I believe so. I believe he's in a better space.
I think Mike is in the best headspace he's ever been in, kind of per his words.
Yeah.
And I don't think he should compromise that for boxing. Would I love to see this as a Mike fan? Sure. But at the expense of the progress he's made mentally, I don't think so.
I'm not even
don't.
sure that I would want to see it, honestly.
Well, only because he won't be. It's not like he's going to be fighting someone that's a 20-year-old kid that's,
Right.
you know, he's going to be fighting someone around his age, maybe a former boxer as well, former fighter.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the danger's obviously still there in fighting, period.
I also feel like bare knuckle, it may be a gruesome fucking fight.
I feel like it's going to be just over quick.
Yeah.
Like, Mike is going to knock somebody the fuck out. So,
And that's that on that.
that's that on that.
That's that.
Oh, I
on
got
that.
some gifts for y'all, so let me just give them to y'all now.
On camera?
Shut up.
Wait, did you pay for an ad that we don't know about?
Dude on Instagram, he fucks with us. He's like a reseller. He has a sneaker. He does a lot of sneaker giveaway. He just fucking the product.
Parks with a 12.
You got so excited for your gift, you spilt your drink?
This is Joe. Shout out to the 6 Man on Instagram.
Thanks, man.
He wanted to send y'all some shit. Sent y'all some kicks.
He gave me the Rory's.
I think he was trying
Those
to
are
go.
hard.
He was trying to go with your
You would wear those
Balenciaga
too?
look.
Nah.
I know those ain't Balenciagas, but you know it's kind of the same
Those are
design.
tough.
Those are kind of Rory's.
These are the Rory's. And those are the Joes. Let me see.
No, I wear both these.
These are the Joes.
No, these is mine.
I think.
So
he was
wait,
going
what
for
is
the-
this now? Is this his sneaker?
No.
Or he designs it, or he just sent us
he
some
sells
shit?
sneakers. He has a sneaker online sneaker thing on Instagram.
Oh, I see what he did. He put the rainbow on the bottom. Those are your 2022s.
Yeah, the Joe 2022s.
Parks got some fly Nikes though. You ain't see Parks's.
And he wouldn't show them to us. Lets
he
me
only
know,
wears
lets me
Pumas.
know about the type of nigga he
So
is.
he could change the
He
strap.
got-
Strap
he got-
robbery classics.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
you got,
there you
it's
go.
different color straps in there. You know, you can. Each
No, I
day,
like the
whatever you
black
feel
and ones
like.
with
you
the
got,
gold
though?
check.
It was something similar to those. It was something similar to some
These are nice.
Air Maxes. Yeah,
He's actually nice.
yeah.
Yeah, I like
So
it.
shout out to the 6 Man on
Hey,
Instagram.
Thanks,
man.
buddy.
Yeah.
Talk about an ad for that guy.
Nah, no ad. He
Jesus
he
Christ.
genuinely fucked with the pod and he wanted to send some shit.
Yeah, no, I
that's
spoke
love.
to him on Instagram.
Yeah.
He's cool.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's
I
what
never
I
spoken to him,
always
but I
appreciate
definitely
it.
appreciate it, and thank you. Gentlemen, I don't think there's anything else that needs our attention this week.
Let me look.
Let's look on my list. Oh, let me hit the round of applause and congratulate Meg the Stallion Number one. 350 in a short week.
Wow.
Congratulations to Meg Thee Stallion. I know this is a really, 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 really great accomplishment. Shout out to the hotties, the Hive, the Beehive, anybody that helped get this record to where it needed to be.
Yeah,
really fuck with Meg, and I'm really happy for her. So shout out to her. I still want to send my prayers to Carl Crawford for that travesty, that really horrific incident that happened at his house not too long ago. I know
sure.
I can only imagine how taunting that can be.
Yeah.
So while I big up Meg, I want to say prayers for Carl Crawford and the two people that lost their lives there.
For sure.
I didn't have anything else here that was important. Let's see. I wrote down here Lord Jamar is an actor. Only because
he's been an actor, though.
He's not that bad of an actor.
He's been
on
Life, right?
I saw him in For Life.
Yeah.
I was watching Law and Order before I came here. He was in that
He's
episode
been on
as
mad
well.
HBO. He was on The Sopranos at one
And
point.
I'm like,
Oh, was he
damn,
really?
I
He's
didn't
been in
know,
mad HBO
I
shit.
didn't know Lord Jamar was really going full fledged at this acting thing. I'm not mad at it.
Oh yeah, congrats to him.
I'm not mad at it.
That's been for a while.
I watched Insecure over the weekend. I don't know if y'all keep up with that show, but Kim Fields is still fine.
Yeah.
Tootie.
Yes. I know Kim Fields.
I know what you're talking
yes.
about.
Just making sure.
I'm aware.
She's still really fine.
I'm aware.
Like, all these years later.
I'm aware. Taking care of herself.
That's craziness to me. She looks great. And shout out to whoever casted her on Insecure. Like, it was just good to see her.
Yeah.
What else
I'm sure
do I have
Issa has
written down
something to do with
here?
that.
Shit that don't make any sense. Let's see. SZA song dump. I did want to talk to y'all about that. I think that's an important topic, so I don't want to rush it at the end of our shit.
Yeah, I think we should add that
But
for next
SZA
week.
is experimenting with new ways to release music, as I think many artists are.
Yeah.
And I want to talk about it.
I love it.
I want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Not today. Let's see. Karen Wildland, Azealia Banks, DMX, Doja. We didn't get to Lana responding, but who cares? Rest in peace, Calvin Hart, my guy. That's it. All right, gentlemen, that was great. That was good. Feeling good, feeling great. I want to thank everybody that called into the podcast today. I want to thank everybody for listening. I want to thank all the people that are out there dealing with our ignorance. Thank you. We appreciate it. I want to thank Maul for showing up. I appreciate that, Maul. Thank you for being here today in such festive colors.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Parks, thank you, man. Thank you, man. You really are doing the Jordan Puma thing like they the new ups. And I like it. I appreciate
It's
that.
hella comfy.
Rory, thank you for being here, man. Just being you, man.
Appreciate that.
And thanks for that new album you got coming.
It's coming.
I know. Rory gonna change on us, y'all.
That's a fact.
Don't let his album do numbers.
Nah, let it.
Nah, let it.
Please let it.
Nah, let it.
And I got my paperwork right. Dude, we're good to go now.
You let me sold that paperwork?
I'm on the same time Tori on.
Let me sold the paperwork.
Yeah, I want
Can I
to
get a
thank.
verse?
Huh?
Can I get a verse?
No.
Maul, can I get a verse?
Got you. For you?
Parks,
You know I got
Parks,
you.
can I get a mix?
You know.
For you? Got you.
Nah, I'm giving you a verse. Fuck that. Find someone
That'd
else
be
to
wild.
mix
Yo,
it.
that'd be wild to mix someone's album and throw a verse on that they didn't send you
Yeah.
and send it back.
Nah,
like,
I'm gonna
nah,
just do this.
nah, I added something on.
Yeah, needed that.
The people I was waiting for to ask me for a verse and I would give it to them asked me through Maul, and now I'm pussy. So
Wow.
That is true. Nah,
that's it.
What's
So
up, man? What you gonna do?
You should do that though. You should do that.
They on my line every day, man.
Maul, can I do that? I
Yes.
can't do
Yeah.
it now.
I think you can.
Not now.
Why?
Now's the time to talk your shit.
I think it's too soon now.
Hell
Too
no.
soon. No, it's not. For
Like
a
if
verse?
I had my Joe Rogan contract, I would do it.
I think that's more of a reason why you could do it now.
Nah, I need my shit.
You go, nigga, that's happening.
I would hope.
Put it, it's happening. But look
I
how
hope
simple
it's
that is.
happening.
Look how simple that is. It's happening.
Maul spending like it happened already.
Just put it out there. Just put it
It
out
happened
there.
for Maul.
Just gotta put it out there.
No, it's true. No, it's true. Damn, both my niggas. Y'all niggas, man. I'm proud of you guys, man. One day we're gonna save a struggling record label, all of us.
I look
Let's
forward
do it.
to it.
I'm down.
That would be fun.
That record label is gonna be a madhouse, the same way they all used to be.
Makes for great
I
music.
don't know why they run away from that now.
Right.
They want
Exactly.
order and structure. I don't get it.
No, it's weird.
Yo, I want to thank y'all for listening out there. I hope y'all had a real good Memorial Day weekend. New York got a soft opening today. Please be safe. Be careful.
Wear a mask.
Wear masks.
Leash your dogs.
Leash your dog, please. I say that as somebody who would never leash his dog. But I mean, I understand
You
it.
would if he was in the city.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when you a black dude and people say, hey, your dog should be on a leash, you receive it different
Yeah.
than white people. Like, she almost killed the dog. Somebody on Twitter said that was her mistake.
Yeah. That's what they was
Once
fed
you
up.
That's what the
almost,
outrage was?
yeah, once you almost killed the dog, bitch, we're coming for you.
That's the problem.
Yeah, it wasn't how you treat black people. Listen, keep us in your prayers. Lord knows we need to be there. Until the next time, we bid you adieu. Hasta la vista, arrivederci, so long, goodbye, adios. All that good shit, man. Life is a series of moments and moments pass, so let's make this one last as if it's all we have. Again, keep us in your prayers. Keep Azealia Banks in your prayers. Keep black people in your prayers. Keep women in your prayers. Keep artists in your prayers. There's some people out there that need your prayers. Don't ever think they just fall on lost ears. I appreciate y'all for listening. Keep Rogan in your prayers just cause.
Tax reasons.
That's a fact, though.
For real. How do you hide that money?
That's
Dope.
expenses can't get that done.
Yeah, nah.
Yo, what I will say though, let me
Yo,
turn this
Rogan
down.
going in like, nah, I spent that 100 just on expenses.
Yeah.
No, you seen that bullshit he put out? You guys, I just feel so funny anyone even mentioning the $100 million contract when families are struggling.
I bet.
Yo, we gonna get out of here.
I bet. He was up at that office popping all types of champagne before that ink dried.
That nigga ain't announced the UFC fight since.
He's gonna, though. He's definitely gonna.
Hey, that nigga ain't Fear Factor the thing since that announcement came out. We out here, man. Y'all hold it down. We will be back this weekend unless they know something we don't. Hey, money can't even make you happy.
That's a good start, though.
That's what all the brokers say.
Yeah.
All the brokers
I
say.
tried.
That's a good start.
What would $100 million do?
Nah, I do a lot. I would do a whole lot.
Y'all would buy cars
Pretty
for a
happy.
change.
Pretty happy, yeah. Pretty
How
happy.
much money y'all need to buy a car? Come on, enough is enough, man.
I'm getting one soon.
You said that last year.
I'm gonna get one soon.
For real?
Yeah. Seriously.
Rory? No? Still.
I'm getting my mom one. I'm taking her old one.
There you go.
That's such a hipster move.
White people do it better than us, right?
Yeah.
Now we'll take an old car.
White people do it better than us, man.
I was gonna trade it in, but the shit is still fine, so
Right.
I'll take it.
What Jay Leno gonna do when your moms pull up in that new?
That new RAV4.